Welcome back to another episode of Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut, The Witch Hunters. Man, we're up to episode 70. Man, it's crazy. The last session, you guys had headed out to the actual exterior of the hut, finally getting a breath of fresh air from the claustrophobic and magic stifling zone of that place. You made it out to the edge of God's Fair Forest, where Ember began to feel that kind of hum of magic, that latent latent energy that you once felt when you first arrived here in Bromwell. The scorched earth was still present, but this time felt like you were able to connect to it as your genie companion, your rather Afriti, should I say, came alive and offered you a new option on how to interact with this place, and allowing either a charge to be spent from the bottle or your own your own power effectively. He unlocked a new power called Pyrometry, which is the ability to effectively communicate with flames past and present. And you unlocked a vision of exactly what happened here in Bromwell. All of the people that died were burnt by Phoenix fire. Phoenix that had clearly been influenced by the hut and maybe Baba Yaga herself. Because in the wake of this destruction, they rose as some sort of fusion of soul and fire. Burnt husks rose up and began wandering without purpose until they felt a heat beneath the earth, a great river of lava that runs directly underground, and it passes straight through the ley line of the hut and is likely infused by that same kind of radiation of magic that's been leaking from the hut. They followed that, and believing they were returning to some sort of fiery conduit, they were connecting back to the earth or back to the elements. They called this ritual the kindling, and you know that, of course, they did complete that in the midst of battle whilst you guys were fleeing the goblins and such. Yeah, Heladus was created, this being of like almost like a hive mind of fire and souls, all of the ones from Bromwell. But they're no longer dying embers. This is a furious mountain of lava that was animated. And the last time you saw him or it was when you were fleeing the collapsing volcano, pretty much. And it crawled. I remember its claw like reaching up through a tunnel to try and claim you, Ember, and bring you back down. But you were just able to narrowly escape. And yeah, I think the plan is potentially go back, harness this, and see if you can face Baba Yaga. So it is currently, this- I think it's, you were given 3 days as well from this fairy messenger that told you Lady Mora couldn't meet you outside. So you've got 3 days to get back, effectively. It took you about two to get here. Rothlab has gone off. He's made contact with other treants in God's Fair Forest, one known as Doran the Siege Tower. So hopefully they will be by your side when the time is right as well.
Uh, we made it as far as Small Sprout, right? Pretty close to it.
Small Sprout, yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
wanted to go, yeah. Did you want to head to Small
Well,
Sprout?
well,
We
we
were
should
near
just
it,
because
but
Sarah Jean wanted to take care,
That's
or
right.
Daya wanted to take care of the thing with the little tree ant. I forget his name.
Neither.
Meebo. Yeah,
Yeah.
she wanted to deliver the. I got it. My I don't know. It was her. I have it in my quest log here. I can check.
I think she was
Sorry.
delivering a certain berry that only growed in the Gloomglen?
Let's see here. Mistletoe. Mistletoe
Yeah,
for Laughtrill.
it was. Got it.
Laughtrill of
Okay.
Smallsprout asked Daya to bring her back some mistletoe from the God's Fair. She should be able to find it in a place called the Gloomglen. Tanner rediscovered some mistletoe from the alchemy shelf in the main lobby. Daya picked up some additional mistletoe from the Gloomglen itself. So maybe we could have Tanner and Daya, although they're not here, deliver that to God's Fair to kind of check that box, maybe.
Yep. No, that absolutely makes sense. Okay, then. So a few hours out from Small Sprout, you can head in that direction, no problem. It won't.
I see it over there, Daya. Just cresting the ridge. We're almost there.
All right. Yeah, they continue on over the hills. It becomes harder and harder to find Small Sprout the closer you get to it because you're getting lost in amongst these rolling hills. But everyone you can give me either a survival or even just a perception check. I'm fine with either.
I
But
will do
Small
survival.
Sprout is a little halfling village, deliberately hidden from
Yeah.
away and tucked away from the rest of the
Survival
world.
control for myself.
Oh, and if could see, I'll do Grizz for you.
Riz does have Wanderer, so he shouldn't have much problem getting there. Because he'd obviously
Right.
been able to memorize the geography around as we were approaching.
Yes, he does have that feature, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
About one of the only
Okay.
useful feature from a background, I swear.
Yeah, it might be. He also has proficiency in survival, so well, as per that, I'll give him advantage. And although everyone else is trying to get to the top of the nearest hill to have a better view, Grizz just seems to instinctively march on. He says, "Oh, come on, guys, it's this way. I remember."
Yeah. Actually, you got this one right, Grizz. Surprisingly, good job, buddy.
I use
Finally,
my nose.
good.
I,
Keep doing that.
I wish I could use my nose.
Could smell fresh crop baked
Yeah.
bread.
Eridanis, keep a looking at. You watch the sky, right? Tell time.
Yeah,
That's kind of how it works.
I can do that.
Keep an eye up there. Finally, we can use that to know. Remember, we only have 3 days here. We need to be quick.
Yes.
Oh, I can also smell dung. Yeah, we're definitely close. And
There's a few gentlemen in a local bar I'd like to have a word or two with as well while we're here. Just let them know that. Well,
yeah, you hear the distant mooing of cows before you see it, and just around the corner of one large mound, you can see the farmland, you can see the beautiful lush crops, and yeah, there's a whole herd of cows just sort of grazing, chilling out. It feels warmer here than anywhere else. It's a friendly and approachable atmosphere. Follow a
beautiful.
little picket fence all the way down towards one of the first houses, and yeah, you see a halfling, gardening outside their house. Uh,
Back where we
and
began.
yeah, back to square one. It's there and back again, effectively.
Back to Cube One. The way this campaign's been. uh,
The dirt
yeah.
track gives way to cobblestone, and then you're in the village proper. You see lots of little farmhands, halflings running around. You think they're kids at first, but no, they're actually just very small. And yeah, one or two of them greet you, like, "Oh, welcome to Small Sprout. Are you returning visitors?" Or
You should know who I am. Come on now. First time you ever seen a fire ganassi? No. Second.
"Oh,
Come on.
it is.
It's me.
You're
Told you I'd be back.
yes. Remember, Ember the Cinderball."
Wow. Yeah. See, Eridonis. Finally, some acknowledgement of my incredible
Yes.
achievement.
No, it's
It's easy for
just
us to
that
remember things by right.
Yes, your name rhymes with the word remember. It's kind of easy to remember.
Don't start, Harry.
It
It's
burns
too early
into
in
the
the day.
memory.
What time is it? Good question.
It's
Now that I have to
okay. So
actually ask that question, we're not in the hut.
right. No.
It's weird. It's a whole weird world out here now. I don't know how to
So
interact with it.
you arrived at Bromwell at about the dawning of the second day. So it's probably noon now,
Perfect.
which is why it's so warm. The sun is right above you, beaming down.
Yes, Ember Cinderborn. You're at my service. Thank you. It's good to see you again. Which way to the inn?
Oh, that way. And Chris is already, you can see, heading straight towards it. Now, if I remember, they had a really nice honey mead. So
Oh, that sounds quite tasty. I wasn't
How do
actually
you
that
remember all
in.
this, Grizz? You've been here before?
we did pass through, me and Brego, but yeah, we didn't
Ah,
stay long.
Honeymead.
eh.
This journey might actually be worthwhile after all.
Hey, Grizz, when you came through, did they talk to you about a strange windmill that needed investigations? Did you happen to look at any of that? We just kind of made our way right to the hut after. How did
Windmill.
it go? How did it go for you, Grizz? Yeah.
Well, they were very friendly, and of course, we were just looking for God's Fair. So they pointed us in the right direction, and we didn't stay long. Just had a drink and moved out.
What was this, Grizz? Because was this before or after that the good doctor gave you a little bit of brain work?
Uh,
Do you remember getting here, Grizz, or was perhaps Small Sprout your last real memory? I'm surprised you remember all this, Grizz. Is it coming back?
well, I came down from the mountains. I remember leaving my tribe. Yeah, I had to make
Okay,
a massive journey.
okay, yes, the axe, of course, yes. Just trying to piece it all together because we're trying to figure out Grizzy when the doctor, started his experiments. I guess he
Uh,
was already changing you.
my
Uh,
earliest
just,
memory was kind of coming awake in in the mountains. That's when the tribe found me.
okay, okay, all right, Grizz. Interesting.
Yes, wasn't
I
it
was kind of
like
nodded, Airy.
from memory? Wasn't it that not Dr. Geralf, but the other one, Ludwig, actually left you in the
Lovely.
mountains as part of the experiment, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Something like that.
indeed.
Uh, Hey, Tanner. These small folk seem pretty friendly, but their heads right at pocket purse level. Just watch out. We don't want to have our gold stolen. Really
Yeah,
quick.
Tanner's looking around, a little bit shifty now that you mentioned they might be thieves abound, but
And
then again, he's not that much to steal that isn't being worn.
yeah, we're not that flush at all.
Uh,
I
I,
will make
I,
my way
I
to
have
the inn.
literally zero money.
Yeah, I just got
One
some platinum bars and that's it.
one child is, or actually rather, a pair of children are staring at Tanner, and he looks back, kind of tries to smile, and the kids are like, "Why? What happened to your arm, Mister?" And he looks down at it, realizes it's completely comprised of glass, and he says, "Ah, crossed a witch." And the kids are like sufficiently kind of scared by this, and they're like, "Whoa, uh,
Yes,
what?
it's
Which one? The one in the forest?" He
yes.
goes, "Yeah."
He stayed up past his bedtime and was punished.
I gasp. Roll an intimidation.
Bedtime of noon.
Oh my god. These kids are like, "We'll never go to bed late ever again."
What a
What
waste
are you
of a
doing,
nap.
Harry? Scaring the kids.
Sorry, the
We'll
worst.
be in bed
That
the
is
moment the sun sets.
well, whatever time your parents set. I mean, just make
Oh,
sure you listen.
okay. Thank you for the warning.
Yep.
And then they kind of like shy away. Meanwhile, Dyer is looking left and right, and she's asking for directions to the apothecary. And yeah, we'll say that she goes off c- and conducts her business. Um,
Nice.
if she ever wants to retcon and ask for things, then that's fine. We can go back and say that she asked Laffy. And Laffy did have something in return, actually, as it happens. So whilst you guys chilling at the inn, you meet that friendly dwarf fellow again. He's sat behind the bar.
There are 3
He
individuals I am looking for in this inn.
okay. Go on then.
In the
Who are
end.
you
Well, I
seeking first?
was beat up a little bit the last time I was here by the town drunks,
Oh
and I've
right.
come back to maybe show them what I've achieved in my time.
Okay. Yeah. There doesn't seem to be any drunks out at the moment, but uh,
Okay.
the bar is
I
able
think it
still to
was
serve you.
1 dwarf and 2 half. Maybe it was a half. Can't remember. Yeah, they roughed them up a little bit. They were very rude. I don't
Oh
know if you
dear.
recall or not. It's a long time ago. I haven't
Yeah.
forgotten.
Yeah. That I think you came in with such force and I guess you were so headstrong. The other ones were taken aback. A small, lazy village going at their own pace. They don't like people coming in and demanding things. But if you want to search them out, I guess you can give me either an investigation or a perception check.
If they're not there, it doesn't matter. If they are, I am going to just warm their day up a little bit.
Well, that's what that
Uh,
roll will determine.
all right, do it. Investigation. Click, click. It's a 17.
17. Okay. All right. One of the three is here, and it looks like he might be waiting for the others to arrive. But he's only just started drinking, and I guess you meet him by the bar as Grizz is ordering a honey mead as well.
I'll
He-
I might be mixing up something else here. Am I? Okay, so I
what-
listened to an episode of a podcast called I don't even remember what it was. I'm wondering if it's the same. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna go over and hey, how you doing today?
He looks at you, then double takes. It's obvious he recognizes you, um, and then looks
What
you
is
up
it, the
and down.
poncho? Set you off a little bit? I remember last time
Uh,
when I was here, you weren't so friendly. Didn't
you
respect the
were,
Cinderborn household.
and you were rude, coming into our town, demanding where to go.
With, I mean,
Did you get
you,
lost?
no, I've never lost. I know where I am right perfectly. You need to learn to respect those who are to be respected.
So not you then.
Quiet area. I'm trying to teach this man a lesson.
You look no different apart from the poncho, so
I'm gonna pull out my bottle and say a few words. Hey, want to have a little bit of a laugh here, friend? Come on out and let's see how fast everyone just runs here. And I will see if my genie friend will come forth in quite
oh
the
man.
display of madness.
The barkeeper is definitely like, yeah, if you want to take that outside, and in fact, just take it out of town if you're gonna be summoning anything like that.
Nah, don't
Anyway,
worry. Everything is quite under control here. Come on, friend, have a beer.
so you head out, and just as you're getting to the doorway, you actually see there's another one, and looks you up and down. This one's a bit more of a stout halfling, and he says, "Oh, looks like our friend has something to show us." And then he starts rolling up his sleeves. It's like, "All right then, let's see it."
Yeah,
And he,
I suggest you sit tight and enjoy the show, and I will cast suggestion.
so yeah,
Do some spell slots for hilarity here.
yeah, it looks like they fail.
So I get the two of them sitting down. I will wait for the old fire genie to come out.
All right. Okay, so you open up the bottle, and there is a heat that's rising and rising, but it doesn't erupt from the bottle immediately. It's, it's sensing that this is just for display purposes, and normally
Clearly.
the Afriti is clearly one of action and not one for just petty vanity reasons. But if
Performance
you want to
issues,
try and
Ember. It
coax,
happens to everyone.
Say what,
yeah, what do
James?
you say to try and coax this Afriti out? Because the heat is rising there for a moment. Perhaps if you look down the neck of the bottle, you even see like an eye, and it's like half closed, like he's
I'll say,
giving you
Well,
a
friend, this one
really.
might
look.
not interest you too much. I know they're weak, pathetic wretches, but they need to respect the Cinderborn name if we're to use it to see power and see strength. Even the most common I ever tell you about butterflies and hurricanes, buddy? One little negative Nelly here might set off a little chain reaction and tarnish the Cinderborn name. Start from the bottom, maybe. I respect it.
Hey, roll a persuasion check.
Hello, sorry I'm late.
That's
No
all right.
problem. Welcome.
Intimidating local. Oops, that's
20, yeah.
sorry. That was
You see,
That was
there's a
pretty-
sigh from the bottle as. Oh wow, it's even better. You got proficiency plus before. Nice. All right. There is like a sigh from the bottle that releases a gout of heat, or perhaps even just a puff of smoke, and then you see the bottle shaking, reverberating. At this point, the two halflings look at each other like, ah.
and I'll look him right in the eye.
Now you listen to me. You see him? He serves me. Remember the name Cinderborn. Run now, fools. I don't want to see you around this inn again.
At this point, the Afriti erupts from the bottle and flexes into full form. The kind of almost demonic looking horns have flames like tips, and yeah, its heat is flooded across their small little farmland. Thankfully, it is just a controlled fire. It's just a display. Nothing gets set alight, but it is threateningly close. Probably the ground around probably just like scorches slightly. The cobblestones go like a charcoal color.
Perfect.
You-
Love it.
yeah, the halflings are already screaming and running
Perfect.
away. They only got a glimpse of this thing before they legged it.
I'll throw a few firebolts, intentionally missing, just to really give them a good shake.
Never again will you disrespect the Cinderboards. Everyone, and I'll look around. Remember this.
And Ember's complete pettiness at mocked what he's here last time, has a smirk on his face now.
See, Airy, there's two ways to skin the cat. Not everything's about respect through asking. Sometimes you gotta take power.
And
It's
that
at
is
this
why.
point-
And that is not respect. That is fear. There is a difference.
The line is fine, Airy. The line is very
And
fine.
you just crossed it.
Yeah, it's at this point you suddenly feel a chill that's sort of almost sapping away the heat for a moment, and it feels like it's coming from behind you, and you hear a voice. It's kind of muffled, as if being spoken from behind like a mask or material, and it says,
Oh.
"Put the fire away. This is a peaceful town."
Yes, it is.
And I'll nod to my Afridi imprisoned friend.
You can go on and have yourself a little bit of a rest now. I appreciate the help.
It seems to turn its like the Afriti turns its head rather than going back into the bottle. It seems to want to know who is sizing them up. And as it turns over their shoulder and looks, you see a dark robed figure, and they have indeed kind of got like a bandana over their mouth and nose. You can only just about see their eyes, and their eyes are giving off a slight kind of wispy smoke. It's like almost like steam, perhaps.
Is it Jack from the Jack Shack?
It is indeed Jack from the
Okay.
Jack Shack, and he has an open book in one hand, and the other hand seems to be perhaps ready to make
Jack,
a
Jack, Jack.
a somatic component.
Don't worry, Jack. Just reminding a few old friends where they stand in the old pecking order of things. We're okay. We're okay here.
Hmm.
Sorry, we were not able to really find anything out about your sister, but as you can clearly see, we were very successful in our visits to the Gods Fair and the Gloom Glen and beyond. And I'll kind of shake the bottle a little bit as an indication of what was found.
The fruity, when you shake it, does seem to be recalled into the bottle.
Perfect.
Flamed, not extinguished, but more like pressurized into the bottle, and it still kind of shakes in your hand for a moment or two before calming down. And as that happens, you see Jack closes the book with one hand, and as it does, a waft of undeath and sort of like fetid stench washes past you, just
Oh,
briefly, like just
Ooh,
only a
what the?
small, like just slightly rotted. But he puts the book back in the way in his robes.
is he
And
undead? Does he appear undead?
does Jack appear undead? Hard to know. They have covered almost everything, but you can see from their hair that's still just
Any
peeking through the top of
features similar to
the.
Lady Mora?
Again, hard to tell. They're
Okay.
completely covered. Like you can't even see their hands. They're actually bound in what's it called?
Yeah, he was
Cloth.
in the inn too when this happened. Like, yeah, he
Yeah,
was in the inn as well in
yes,
session
they
one.
are.
He was, I do remember. So he was
Hmm.
sitting in a corner like prototypey edge lord in the corner in the inn.
Indeed, the typical edgelord. And then you followed him back to the shack, and
Yes.
there you found a trap door. And just as before you could open it, Jack appeared and seemed very guarded over it.
He wanted us to go to the island of Enial Athol, I believe, and investigate his sister, or he's from Enial Athol and his sister's missing, or something along that line. We never really took him up on the offer.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Um, Either way, it seems like they are still here practicing, or perhaps guarding small sprout from potential threats. And they
Was it his
say,
sister
"So,
or a lover or something? I
why
don't.
did you?" It, yeah, you couldn't work out whether it was
Yeah, it
sister or
was
lover.
weird.
It
It was
was,
ambiguous.
yeah, it was their sister. Though. But anyway,
Okay.
they say, "Why are you back?"
Well, we
You-
had to get out of town really quick. We thought we're somewhere nice and safe that we can maybe lay low for a bit. However, not too long, as we are heading back into the belly of the beast. But really, just cleaning up some loose ends. Unfortunately, as I said already, an investigation into your sister is not, or your missing companion is not one of them. But by chance, was this person uh, a magic user of sorts? Uh,
Sister? No.
Companion? There was one that was missing, right? That had no soul. You kept them locked up in a basement because they were wild or something.
It's not so much that my sister is missing, rather that she's
S-
missing something of hers.
The soul or something, right?
They nod. But I'd rather not talk about this in the open, especially after you've just brought a lot of attention to yourself.
Good. I'm glad. Tension was what was in order here. You wouldn't believe how much you were there. You saw them disrespect me, my family name. They should be thrilled to have a ganassi of fire descent visit this small shithole. Really upsetting.
If I'm completely honest, I don't recall. But then again, I was keeping to myself, at least trying to.
No surprise when you walk around all mopey like that.
Hmm. Now,
Edward.
yeah, yeah,
And to be honest, based on your attitude, rather than respecting you arrival, I almost feel like they should have just banned you from coming back.
Eridonis, why are you so uh, against eh,
And
instilling a sense of pride in your legacy and
I'm not
people
I'm not
respecting who
I'm
you
not
are.
I'm not against pride. I'm against vanity, and there is a difference.
I'm not
Respect.
vain, Airy.
Yes, you
You're
are.
vain. No, I'm
Everything
not.
about you. Oh, I'm the best. I'm the Cinderborn. They should respect me just because of who
Hey,
I
are you
am.
hearing this?
That's
Tanner's just nodding in the background.
Are you gonna let him say that I'm vain? That I'm not vain. Look, I wear an old ratty poncho. Thank you, Tanner. I appreciate it. I'm a people's chosen to lead. I'm going to do great things. I've helped Daya become a queen. That's not vanity. That's charity. I'm charitable.
She didn't become a queen. She is merely a hero to her people. That doesn't, and as she herself said, that doesn't immediately give her the position of royalty. It merely gives her a level of respect. Not everything is about the right to rule.
Harry,
And
if
a
people aren't
true
going to do as you
ruler,
say, then what good is your word?
a true ruler should not be putting fear into their citizens, for that is not true rulership. A true ruler should be in fear of their citizens in case they rise up against them.
It's
And
ridiculous, Harry.
currently, you are a poor example of a ruler, and I do not believe that you should ever rule somewhere.
I don't rule anything, first of all, but I
No,
have
but
a
you aim
ancestry and a
to.
legacy to rule. I will rise to my ancestry and rise to the occasion. There's no other way, Harry. That's how it's got to be.
And the way I see
Or
things, the
I
way you're
try.
going, you're just going to reduce all that history to cinders.
Perhaps it would look better with a little bit of heat. The way the idea has been run the last 20, 30 years, the city could be doing so much better. The city lags behind the capital city in income.
I think
Quality of life.
what Harry is trying to say is perhaps not every ruler should be, I don't know, ruling with an iron fist.
There's a difference
Maybe
between
some
being...
compassion and maybe taking, your people's word first before your own. It's all about mixing it up every now and then.
Tanner, you ever, read the tablets, buddy? People's opinions are ridiculous, ill-informed, and unsure of what's best for any given city or time.
Of course, but it doesn't
To
mean that
follow
they're
their
always.
Doesn't
It
mean
doesn't
they're
mean that
always
they're always
incorrect.
wrong.
if they were right, they'd be the ruler, Tanner. But they're not.
No,
They're the
because
peasant folk.
even
They're the
rulers
underlings.
can make mistakes. Rulers aren't
Well, of
infallible.
course. I completely agree, Ari. It sounds like you'd be making a lot of mistakes by letting people walk all over you,
Oh,
telling you what to do.
I wouldn't let them walk all over me, but I would respect their opinions and not expect people to know who I am just for walking into a town I've never been in on another country.
Ari, you think I thought they actually knew who I was? Of course they don't know who I am. I'm fucking
No.
nobody to them. But
Yes.
now they fucking know, and they won't
No,
forget it, Ari.
all
That's
they
the point.
all they know is that you're an arrogant prick who solves problems with force.
Hey,
Let's dissect that, Ari. First of all, not arrogant, because arrogance generally comes with ineptitude. And number two, let's cut the second half. Solves problems with force. Well, yes, absolutely. I solve problems. What do good leaders do, Ari? They solve problems.
Yes.
Now,
Everyone,
people of
chill
small
out.
scout will remember that
Yeah,
Edward
have a
Cinderborn
drink.
And they will
can be
remember
counted
you
on.
as a tyrant, not as anything else.
Some of the greatest leaders ever were tyrants, Ari.
No, they were not.
There's a lot of ways to skin this cat.
At this point,
Yeah, this
Grizz
will go on
passes-
forever. Yeah.
Yeah. Grizz shoves
Harry and
a
I might
drink
literally
into
start
both
punching
your
each
hands.
other.
He literally shoves a tankard of mead into both your hands, and he says, "Both of you chill out, have a drink."
Thank you,
And
Chris.
I hope that Tanner does decide to go with you, because he's going to be the only thing that, well, quenches the fire, much like this drink. And he takes a nice big swig.
Any good Sultan Grizz will definitely understand the value of a good vizier, without question. Cheers to Tanner. And I will raise my mug and
Yeah.
try to keep up with Grizz, but fail miserably.
Tanner's
Yes, even
excellent
though it's
advice.
midday.
Yes, for Tanner's patience.
I think we're
And
gonna
yeah,
do this thing, Tanner. I think we're gonna get there. I think with this, with our friend here, and I'll kind of smile at the bottle. With our friend, we'll be reaching great heights in Idea. It's gonna be great to have you at my side, under my wing. We're gonna do great things, Tanner.
good luck.
You're
Thank
gonna
you.
need it. Zeradonis just downs his drink.
And it's at this point Daya probably opens up the
Reappears.
front doors to this humble little tavern, and in her hands is a collection of bottles, and she's got a big smile on her face, and she says, "Delivery uh, completed and payment received," and she
Oh, look at that, Daya.
plunks down a load of red-looking potions,
All right.
and she says, "Laughter was very pleased. She said she's been awaiting those for some time now, and she can begin work on a spell that she's been working on
That's
now."
great. Did you tell her about the Relcath of the Forest of the Infinite Branches? Kind of interesting. She might want to hear about that.
Oh yes, of course. Apparently, Mevo is an acorn um of Roflab's brother.
Interesting. I
The
never
life
knew that the tree
other way, I
really had that kind of uh, brain power to really understand the reproduction. Learned
guess.
so much on this journey.
I don't know whether they have brains, but well, it doesn't quite matter. Here, um, we should distribute these.
That was a
Just
perfect die.
yeah, I'm gonna say each of you can have a. How many is there? There's five of you. So you can have 5 potions of healing,
Five.
and
Whoa.
yeah, but they're the regular ones, and 2 potions of greater healing.
Holy shit. Okay.
These, yeah.
Wow, we really got paid well. That random.
Uh, Gaia says like, "Oh, I gave her all the mistletoe I could."
Tanner had a
Besides,
little bit too, but it might not be good anymore.
That was what I was gonna go through. Yeah.
I think you had some, but it wasn't from the forest. But she might still want it.
No, I got it from
Supplies.
the first room.
Yeah.
so each of you just drag potion of healing onto your character sheet, and
Consumable.
2 people can hold on to the greater. So I think possibly I think Grizz should have one just because he's usually the last to go down, right?
Okay.
And
Oh
then
wait,
another
so
one who
so it's one each of those, and then I misunderstood.
one,
I thought you meant 5 each.
no, 1 healing potion each, because you got 5 in total, and there's 5 of you. So 1 healing potion, and then 2 greater. So I'm gonna give 1 to Grizz, and then whoever you decide amongst yourselves.
Oh, I did not mean to roll that. Stop rolling when I'm.
So 5 each would be really that would be a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I
That would
understood
be
as well. I thought you said 5 each. Oh my
no,
gosh.
I was like, how many are there?
There we
5
go.
of you? Cool. All right, so you get 5.
What's the shift command or the control command to bring up the search
Oh, it's control space.
base? Q.
Yeah.
Do you want me
All
to
right.
hold on to the potion of greater healing? The other one? Or
Sounds like a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
idea.
you can, sure.
You are the more of the support, so
yep.
that makes other people will be using their turns to swing and hit things. So yeah.
Yeah.
All
And I've got stuff I
right.
can do as a bonus action whilst using a potion as healing and still be doing combat like Nissa's arrow as a bonus
Exactly.
action.
Yeah. Yep. Makes perfect sense. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna move. Wow, from the too new to the done list. Surprisingly, that quest because I never thought we'd get to it.
Chris,
Hell yeah.
are there any
Done.
small animals?
Yeah. So I was in the process of whispering back. There are plenty of little critters around Small Sprout.
Yeah.
You can see there are chickens running around in pens, and there's squirrels jumping from little trees. But yeah, what did you want to do with the? Small animals.
I'm going to cast Animal Messenger.
Okay.
And I'm going to, as we're going to be here for a while, I shall cast it ritually, because might as well.
Sure.
Because we're doing stuff, drinking, etc. I'm going to send a message to any one of the three people, whichever one, I guess the dwarf, because they seem the most distinct of the three, I guess. And this place seems full of halflings. So I'm going to send a message to the dwarf, basically apologizing for Ember's conduct, and to pay him no mind, and that he'll be gone soon enough, so feel free to come and drink in the bar.
Okay.
Okay.
You see a
Thanks,
little
James.
Yep,
The
just
little squirrel receives your message and hops away, scurries down the cobblestones road.
Yep. Eridanus undoing Ember's hard work.
Yeah. The peacekeeper. All right. Another. Grizz keeps on ordering until you tell him to stop.
Right.
Better to do. So he'll probably join Grizz for some beer. He likes beer. Beer's nice.
Right.
I've
He
got
feels
gold
pretty
to pay.
good too after really having that go his way, and he feels like he's the fucking king shit now. So he's gonna, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna join Grizz. I'm gonna try to keep up with Grizz because I'm really feeling cocky and confident right now. I'm gonna
All
see if
right,
I
roll a
can.
con save.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because I'm
You've
sure
got
Grizz
21
can.
over here.
I'm gonna see if I can keep up with Grizz here on this day of nonsense.
Oh boy,
That's
I'm
a
gonna
check,
be
isn't it?
fucking.
That's a
I'm gonna
stupid.
be fucking carrying them both, aren't I?
Bearing
let's
in
go
mind,
save.
we
It's
do
not really
have we
sweet.
do have to
I
journey.
mean, I'm pretty good at Constitution saving throws. So saving throw. Oh, sorry, I rolled twice. 17.
Okay, 17's pretty good. You don't feel sick yet. In fact, it's probably just so well made, and the sweetness really takes the edge off the alcohol. So you're managing to keep up fairly well. Although Grizz is ahead of you, he's probably like at least a mug and a half ahead.
Okay.
You're still managing to like effectively keep pace. And
After about halfway through
Mhm.
this nonsense, I will pretty inebriated probably. Throw a fucking platinum bar on the bar and say,
Remember, House Cinderborn, we're wealthy and we're in charge and we're powerful. Sorry for the economical damage I may have caused this fine establishment a little bit earlier, but the message needed to be delivered. Hopefully, this will help tide things over. And rounds for everybody else for the rest of the night.
oh, I was gonna pay, and like Grizz empties a sack of 243 gold pieces, but he says,
Yeah,
"Shall we just buy
I'll
it?"
let it happen. I don't care.
He obviously has no concept of how much
Yeah,
cost.
Herodanus just sort of shrugs because he has no idea either. Money is not
Yeah.
something that he trades
So
in.
there's literally a
The
good
barkeep,
almost
just-
500 gold on the bar right now.
yeah. Out of all of that, the barkeep simply takes 3 gold pieces and like slides them towards himself. He says, right, you know what? I'm just gonna get the keg and leave
That's
it over
right.
here for you." He
Perfect.
lifts it up from behind the bar and puts it on the counter, and then he just unscrews the tap so
And
you
I'll
guys can like.
turn to the bar. Remember,
This beer is brought to you by House Cinderborn. Drink up.
and I'll try to chug another one. Just complete bender here.
Yeah, everyone's like hearing the news. The halflings don't care what time of day it is. They come in.
In the whole
hearing
town. Free beer all night.
the free beer is flowing. Everyone's
Mention
like
the name
clambering to get their glass under the tap, and yeah, beer's just spilling out onto the floor, and everyone's enjoying a jolly mid noon
It's
drink.
1 in the afternoon. Yeah.
So,
Perfect.
based on because obviously we did have a deadline to get back. Was that 3 days from when we got the message, or do we only have like a
Yeah.
day to get back?
No, it's 3 days from when you got the message.
Okay, so
effectively.
we've got a little bit of time, yeah.
I'll say that Daya
well-
would probably spend some time in the bar reading her book, I think, or somewhere else peaceful, maybe.
That is exactly what she's doing. You're right. She has got a certain amount of time to get that done, and you can see from the way it's open on the table, she's about 3/4 of the way through,
Oh,
She really
great!
is.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
She's
speeding through it.
blitzing through that.
Hmm. She's happy to just be in the company, but she's not taking part. Probably partaking of the drink at the moment. Just really trying to get through the book with a clean head, clear head.
Any signs of a certain gnomish ranger that led us somewhat astray in our first venture into the God's Fair Forest?
Oren.
Sadly, no. And
Okay.
if you ask about them, then you might get the story. But
I think I
no, there
will.
is.
Is it the same lady barkeep that was there when the first time we came here? I think it was
Yep,
about
there is.
50 years old, or at least human years, whatever halfling years that would be.
Yeah. Yes, Eris is
That
here,
was it. Yes, that's right. Okay. I will
and
ask
yes,
them about Orin, and after like really, a couple hours, assuming we're here for a couple hours.
What happened to that chap? Anyways, he wasn't really good at his job. He kind of got lost and got scared. It was up to us to really babysit him. What was wrong with him?
uh, he says in a kind of hesitant tone. Uh, well, none of us are
Boots.
perfect, of course, but Orin had his strengths. He did return to us, in a sense, and
Yeah, I thought he was gonna die. To be
actually
honest, I thought he was never getting back. He looked
she looks up
incompetent,
as she
scared.
looks upwards as she says this, almost to the ceiling.
I look up.
No, it's just the ceiling.
You see Oren.
Yeah, he looks aloft, aiming down at you. No, you just see the ceiling. You're not really sure what she's looking at. Um.
What are you looking at? What's up there?
Oh. Well, Orin watches over us now. He's still
Mm.
the hunter,
Wait,
except you might not see him until nightfall.
is that Orin?
She nods.
Ah,
He
What?
is now.
one of the constellations in the night sky. It's
Remember,
He
Orin the
was a
Hunter.
stupid little boat collecting useless ranger. He's not a constellation. He's not
He,
like you, Gary. He can't see the stars. He's not.
he is a star now. That seems to be what they're saying.
Well, how does a gnome become a star?
Through great deeds, I would assume.
She nods. He did. He did accomplish a great deed.
Oh, what was that?
I don't feel like you would fully respect it, but he joined the Wild Hunt and became its master.
How do you
He.
know of the Wild Hunt? Who are you?
What is this?
This is. Uh,
Warden
Eris look.
table.
Eris says a couple of adventurers came back through town, and they told me everything. Story of Orin the Hunter and his faithful panther, Sildra.
Oh, they did say Orin, right, when we were there, but I thought it was
hmm
coincidence. I thought it was just a coincidence.
And she
This,
says, a
what the
fellow
hell?
named Datan Montiport came back through, and he'd apparently been on a quest with him.
Yeah, that meathead.
He headed back to Wheat, I think,
Ah, great.
but
Just
Orin didn't make it back with them. But he did return in some sense.
oh,
Hmm.
that's a wonderful little tale that you've just spun there. I'll be sure to tell my children about it.
There is more to the tale, but well, I like to think of the positive parts. But apparently he did piss on the, the Wild Hunt Master's boots. That was a detail they wanted me to remember.
Yeah, he was really weird and fetish-sized boots. It really, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that would have been the greatest insult to someone in his head, at least.
Yeah.
to like urinate on their feet, I guess.
Would
I dare
obviously,
someone to try that with my boot.
considering Eridanus and his association to the Queen of Stars and being from the Feywild, would he have heard any of these stories himself? I mean, or remembered any of these stories to be more accurate from previous lives?
Well, funnily enough, I would say it was about the same time as when you woke
Yeah.
was this occurring, this legendary event. And so this is recent history now. Um, perhaps you had maybe just the rumors of it, but it's not something that's been solidified as legend yet.
Enough to see
But
the new constellation in the sky, sort of thing, but perhaps nothing more than that.
exactly, yeah.
Mm. Well,
You've probably taken note of it, but it is new to you as well.
well, um, as it seems that we might be here for a little while, I mean, whilst my friend here might not appreciate all the details, at least until we're ready to leave, I would be quite interested in hearing the story of how one became a constellation. Stars are kind of my business.
According to the adventurers, um, she kind of like sits down for a moment, like to tell you the whole thing effectively,
Yeah.
and she spins a tale of how what happened with the wild hunt um, happened in the reality in the Feywild, and when everyone witnessed this, they how did it go? Oh yeah, that's right. They took Orin's body to Queen Una, and there it was a strange occurrence, but effectively, Orin's soul became part of the Feywild in that moment, as he had become the Hunt Master upon death. Like it was in the moment, like both he and the Hunt Master killed each other effectively, but Orin died second, and as such, he became the Hunt Master, inevitably tying his soul to the Feywild. And Una performed a ritual, the Fey Queen of Stars and Dreams, that allowed Orin's soul to pass on into the stars and become a constellation. And yeah, he's part of the Feywild, but as such, because the Feywild is part of the material plane, you can still see his constellation in the night sky,
Hmm.
and
Nice.
he has become the hunter.
Wow.
Fine tale. It is always a pleasure to know how those who rose to the greatness to become constellations got that way. You managed to reach that
And
status.
he, in addition to that, there was another thing. Basically, they had to return the stars to the actual night sky as well, in a similar vein. But they also had to the adventuring party had to find the bearer of the heavens, who is a giant who was actually able to hold the sky in place. And he was asleep. Had to wake him up, and the only way to wake him up was using part of the golden stag's horn as well. There was a whole bunch of adventures.
Hmm.
She says, "I could spend all day and all night telling you of them. Um,
Oh,
there's so many, but
well, once my duties are over and done with, perhaps I'll come back and you can spin me a yarn or two, unless I have to go somewhere else. But I'll try to come back.
yeah, I'd be happy to. Um, I even had some leftovers from my adventures.
Hmm.
Some,
Anything interesting?
some yeah, some treasures here and there.
Nice, nice. Everyone needs treasures. As an example, Eridanus will pull out the. I lost the item again. Where the hell's it gone? I was literally looking at it a second ago. The Gilded Lotus.
She's It's stolen. One of those halflings got to your pockets.
The Gilded Lotus.
Ah, wow. Okay, so you produce this, and she's like, "Whoa, what is that wonder?"
Yeah.
That's
It's an item that I found on my travels. It allows a certain connection to nature, so I can command its wrath, though I can do that anyway. It also makes me immune to disease. The downside is, ever since I attuned to it, I can't smell anything anymore, but considering I'm around someone who's on fire all the time, that's quite pleasant, not being able to smell them.
she, and she says, "Well, I'll show you something I have as well." And she gestures towards her earrings, and it's a set of feathers. They're made of carved wood, and he says, "These are called whisper feathers.
Oh.
They
Hmm.
allow a user to communicate telepathically with the other wearer, effectively. Creates like a psychic connection, effectively.
I can see
But
how that
they
might come
they
into
work
useful.
they work like a combination between the message spell and
Sending
almost like
stones.
sending stones. Yeah.
Well, the only other item I have of any note that might catch your eye would be this, and he pulls out the whistle of the hunt. Considering we're talking about a hunter. This, once blown, lets out a piercing sound of wolves and like hunting dogs to bring fear to those
Ooh.
around.
Ooh. She says, I have more as well, but they're locked away in my trunk at the moment. So if you
That's
wanted to, if you wanted to trade a tool, I'd be happy to
oh,
once my shift is over.
well, that could be interesting. There might be something of use. That
Mm-hmm.
might be more useful immediately. After all, I imagine most of the things I'm going to be facing won't be scared of a few wolves, but
So if you wanted to, guys, after a few hours of drinking and such, Eris does lead you back to her small little humble cottage, opens up a large trunk, and here she gives you a whole list of different magical items that she actually has acquired over her own little adventures. And for just seemingly such a humble barmaid, somehow she's collected
Yeah, this is
quite
mysterious.
yeah, she's got quite a collection of trinkets. She may have traded for along the way, like with other passing adventures, certainly. And perhaps she started off with one small item and then sort of traded up to a collection. But she's got a set of
she's like
thieves'
the person
tools.
with a paperclip.
Yes, exactly.
Probably how she got the
So
bar she traded up for it.
opening up the trunk, you see there's an old, worn explorer's pack. There's a set of thieves' tools, and there's even a little arcane focus on a necklace. And there's a strange belt. There's a bottle of some sort of purplish kind of powder, and there's a vial, very clearly holy water. Um, she's got and she pulls out this long, long thread, and it looks like just a normal spool of thread, but it's incredibly long. Like the thread is massive. It's almost like it's been sort of enlarged.
Hmm.
And she says, "This stuff's fun." And she ties like one of the pieces of the thieves' tools to it, and she swings it around and throws it from one side of the room to the other, and then she tugs on the thread from where it's tied to, and then it suddenly snaps back into her hand.
Oh, well, that could be useful
It's
if you've got like a throwing tool of some kind.
yeah,
Sure,
it's
you
called
throw an axe
call
at
it
somebody.
Hmm.
called Thread of Returning.
Interesting. If you don't mind me asking, what does the belt do? That one caught my eye.
The belt, oh, it swaps places with the other one.
Oh,
Called a belt of superposition. I think.
Interesting. Shame we don't have the other one. That could come in
Where's the other
handy at the
one?
right time.
Oh, I'm not sure, but the wearer isn't willing. The other person has to be willing in order to swap places.
Hmm. And what's in the vial?
Everyone
And...
can.
I'm
Everyone
gonna
who lays
ask, have I
eyes on this
seen
belt,
anyone wearing this thing?
you can all roll a perception or investigation check. I just recalled that no one has, but you're rolling anyway. Even with a 26, no, you haven't. But
Oh,
you feel you would know now if you saw the other one. So I'll give you that, right? So this roll, you can count that for the next time you see the other bell.
Yeah.
Because I just remembered that you guys actually haven't, because you didn't fully explore a certain area. You just left, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. But just so
What?
you're aware, you have nearly come across it. I'm gonna save this roll, and the next time you do see the belt, you will instantly recognize it as the other one.
see, Julian, if you're watching, this is what I'm talking about. Chris and FOMO, they don't go well together. He does
So
this to you, man. He does this to you.
yeah, the
Hmm.
26. You keep this belt in mind. You're like, all right, if we ever see this, maybe it's useful. She says, but yeah, effectively, you can swap places no matter what distance you are. And it's a one time it's once per long rest.
Could be useful at the right moment. Is it like just in
It's an action.
an action? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Wherever you are in the world, so long as both wearers have got it attuned and then they wish to willingly swap places, then whoosh, you're off away.
could be useful at the right moment.
I don't know. I don't think I'd be very comfortable with someone just taking me out of where I am.
Well, you'd have to be willing to
really.
do so.
Although
So
it could be really useful, should I perhaps want a patsy to take a hit for me if I feel that people are threatening me.
It's yeah.
Or,
Or
you know, if I got a really boring dinner to go to or something, you gotta really think about how to avoid these terrible things.
or perhaps if, say, you had some lackey of yours in the capital city, then when you need to have a meeting in the capital city, you just swap places with them, and you don't have to go through all the tedious travel.
Gary, you got leadership qualities after all, buddy. That's good thinking.
it actually is really good out of combat
Yeah,
uses.
it's not really like if it was like you could do it as like a reaction, maybe then. Like, because I was just imagining, imagine someone goes to swing at like Eridanus or Ember, and then you use a reaction and swap place with Tanner.
Surprise.
because it's gonna
The big
it's
chomp.
gonna very unlikely hit Tanner if it compared to me or Ember.
She says, well, maybe it could be upgraded, something like that.
Hmm.
Apparently, the other wearer had traveled into God's Fair Forest. They never returned. I
Yeah,
think they were
time for
looking for the
this.
hut. They
Interesting.
could have been looking for the hut as well.
That is certainly interesting.
Maybe the hut was looking for them. Ha!
Well, that is possible. The hut does walks. But
So, and then she goes down, roots down even further. She almost like falls into the trunk as she gets down to the bottom, and she pulls out a little hoop with like a metal. It's like a metal rim on the inside. Almost you'd picture it as being like a chakram or something, but
yeah,
usually the blade's on the outside.
it's on
So
the inside.
see on the inside is a little bit peculiar. And she says, "Do you have any like rusty weapons or I don't know, blunt objects you need fixing up?"
Oh, is it like a ring of sharpening or something?
I can do it
That's
myself.
exactly what it is. Yeah. She gives you gives you like a thumbs up.
I only really use blunt weapons anyway. I have a quarterstaff, so probably not for
What
me.
about you? What about you, Mr. Turner? Was it?
Tanner.
Do you have a
I,
weapon you need sharpening?
I mean, I think my weapons are magical.
Mm-hmm. They are.
So
I
would it
just
Does it
really
do
need
anything?
it?
Does it do anything to a magical weapon? Would it like add sharpness or something to
I mean, you're more than welcome to give it a go on my glaive.
Okay. Sure. So she tries to handle the glaive. It's massive in her hands. She has to like place it on the floor,
I was
and
gonna say
then
I'll like prop it up or like I'll hold it like a weight.
okay, cool. As you hold it up, she passes the hoop over the blade, and although the metal doesn't seem to like touch or scrape against it, you suddenly see a magical kind of sheen over the actual tip of the glaive, and then along the blade, you can hear this kind of sliding metal noise as the blade becomes keen and finely edged. It is now for the next 24 hours
ooh.
sharpened. And whenever you make an
Okay.
attack with this weapon, if you roll a natural 20 with that glaive, the target takes an extra 46 damage. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Then you roll
capitation.
another d20, and if you roll if you roll a 20 on that, you lop off one of the target's limbs.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. It's yeah,
Come here,
you need
knight.
like
We got something to fucking
And
show
how
you.
many times a day can that be used?
I'll
oh, it's expended for now.
I'll just
Ah.
kind of how you check a blade sharpness. Just kind
Mm.
of like running my thumb along, feeling the grain and see.
Oh yeah,
That's
it would instantly open up a wound if you put even the smallest amount of pressure on your thumb.
that's incredible. I've never seen anything do that for at least a magical weapon.
Hmm.
Not bad, right?
That's pretty cool.
I
Is this
Well,
conversations taking place? Ember will just, in a kind of drunkenly, kind of reach into his belt, holding his robes up, pull out his dagger, and kind of shake at it, look at it, and no, no, and then just put it back. Sorry, Cedrith. Ah,
Sharp blades are dangerous. Be careful, Tanner.
Oh well, I've had plenty of training.
Of course. Me too,
do you
but
guys,
mistakes could get made.
if you guys have any stuff to trade, then well, I'll be happy to swap some for you.
Hmm.
What have you got?
The only thing I've really got that
This is a bunch of garbage. I don't want it.
I
Sure.
look at Tanner and be like, how useful do you think that'll be?
I'll
Well,
just put in the chat what you got.
it's once per day. I mean, I'm assuming it's not an attunement item.
That. No, the hoop of sharpening is not a attunement item. Nor are the whisper feathers either. It's the only one that's attunement out of all of those is the belt.
Yeah. The only thing I've got that I'd be willing to trade would be the whistle, but
That. Got some of this.
I do not have a lot
That.
of magic.
There
heavy
you go.
tools.
What's the bitter blossom?
Bitter Blossom is. She says, "Oh, this is from some of the fairies that live in the Gloom Glen."
I do actually have a ring of fire resistance that I don't need.
Can I roll a nature check
Oh
to
wait,
see
no,
if I
that
know
ring
what
of
it is?
fire resistance is my
That's technically your braces.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I need to rename that.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. The Bitter Blossom is effectively what the same kind of thing the mushrooms do. They give like a wild surge, but a fey wild surge.
Okay.
And so she's got like 3 uses of that. That was the strange vial with the purple kind of powder in it.
Yeah.
It basically like ground down,
Hmm.
and I also have this. And she pulls out a large book, but I don't think any of you can use it. She's got level 4 bard spell book. No idea why. I don't even know if bards use spell books, but
They
that's what she
don't
says it is.
normally.
No, so I don't know why she's got
It
that.
could be a music book. Like
Yeah,
maybe
there you
it's what
go.
they track their songs in.
Yeah, she opens it and there's like sheet music in there. Perhaps that's what she believes it is, because that's what she's calling it on her sheet.
Unfortunately, I don't play any musical instruments.
I do actually have my +1 longsword that I don't actually need anymore.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
+1 longsword for a thing that makes your glaive even stronger. It's not a bad trade.
I like that sword, Tanner. Well, I
I got
guess you.
this. It's a bottle, and it makes lots of smoke.
That's
Do you like smoke? The most powerful item in the game, according to Cameron. So yeah,
It literally is. It's OP.
Smoke
It's got the
bomb?
ever smoking bottle.
Yeah.
It's OP if it's
So strong
used
it killed my
properly.
character.
Though, and Eridanis adds a possible suggestion on top of the smoke bottle. Like, maybe if you direct it in the right way, you could use it for some like atmospheric effect when you've got like some bards in playing some songs or something. AK use it as
Yeah.
a smoke machine.
I never get time to use it, so if you want it, it's for trade. I like the thread. I can then throw my axe. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Well,
And,
honestly, I could see that. I mean, you used your throwing items to such effect in that battle against the air elemental. I mean, you even threw doorknobs at it.
And obviously he's got that one javelin
Yep.
that he keeps on throwing and then having to go pick up.
Well, he's now got
He's got the encore javelin.
yeah, he's now got the encore javelin. So
That's true. Oh yeah, I can already do that with the javelin. All right, maybe the hoop then. I could do with sharpening some things.
yes, I mean,
I hit lots of stuff, lots of times. I'll
Right.
trade this. He's happy to trade the ever smoking bottle for the hoop of sharpening. Unless any one of you were up for it.
No, there's nothing I have no real use for it myself. So
All right.
it was
Okay,
like
he makes a trade.
if it was like a cloth of shield strengthening, then maybe or something. I'm not sure how that would
Okay.
work, but
There you go. All right. So that's one trade.
yeah, there's
I'll just
nothing.
add one to that.
The whisper feathers would only be useful if we got separated, or if with the whisper feathers, do you actually have to speak, or is it like a thought thing?
She said that it's almost a telepathic communication, but yeah, you do just have to just barely whisper. But a whisper is enough, and that will send
Yeah.
over communications.
That's why you use your subtle spell for message, isn't it? So that you don't have to whisper, right? Eric?
Yeah, that's the exact purpose, because I don't want anyone hearing me or reading my lips when I say things that I don't want them to know.
That's not that useful. I'm just trying to think if there would be. I'm trying to think if there's been a situation where being able to communicate without being up would be useful. Nothing's immediately coming to mind. The only thing I could think of is when we were fighting the nag. Well, before we started fighting the nagpers, we could have exchanged the information without having to like go up there, sort of thing.
Is she's kind of sometimes farther away.
Yeah.
Running her errands. How is her range on it?
How far are those earrings good for? I mean, I can do that anyways. I don't need special earrings. Why would you need special earrings?
I haven't actually found a range on them, like
So that's
a
good.
limitation,
That's pretty cool.
which is where you start to realize, they work more like sending stones than they do a
But
measured spell.
do they still have the same sort of limit as those spells? Like where you can say a number of words, or is it more like
I mean,
a
it's pretty
full
powerful. Sending's a
conversation?
little,
Yeah, it's like a sentence or two that you can communicate.
Oh, you read the right.
pretty good.
I
It does
mean,
allow coordination. Communication is one of the most powerful things you can use in and out of game. That is, I mean, it's how wars are won with better
Yeah.
communication.
yes, I mean, again, using the example of the belt from earlier, if you had it and you had someone in the capital city, you could communicate much more safely without fear of like your letters and stuff being intercepted, I suppose.
Grizz is also pulling out. I got a golden knocker if you want one. It's from one of the doors in Baba Yaga's hut that led to the divination chamber, and it's real gold. Look, he bites into it. He goes, I'll trade. I'll do the vial of holy water for a golden knocker. And she goes, oh, he goes, all right, yeah, that's cool. He's gonna give up one of his knockers.
You don't need too many knockers knocking
I'll keep
around.
the other one just as a memento.
Yeah. They've been useful at times, Grizz. I mean, use them to great effect.
Yeah, you threw them, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Not
funny.
only were they used as knocks on doors, they were used to knock out an air element.
That's true. That's true. Good stuff. Good times.
Mostly because it's just like, what the hell can I do? It's out of range. Throw things at it and hope.
All right, there you go. He's got one vial of holy water. And what else?
Watching it.
Ta-da.
That immediately comes into mind
I
is
wonder if holy water would actually do anything against Baba Yaga.
Who knows?
I mean, if you go by the traditional way that holy water is made, which is from like powdered iron and silver, and you go by the traditional Fey stuff, then the iron in it should have some effect.
Kind of really want a bitter blossom as well. But I don't have anything else left to trade. I knew I should have picked up some mushrooms on the way out. Oh well. Oh, I got this magnifying glass thing. He pulls out the implement of examination.
No, don't trade that one. That one's really useful.
Oh. Okay.
With the sharpness, that's
Yep.
it only affects nat 20s, doesn't it?
That's right. Yeah, you got to get the nat 20 in order to make it pop to proc. But Grizz gets to roll lots of dice with his advantage, so he's better at fishing for 20s. But if you ask him nicely, I'm sure he'll be willing to put it on your weapon.
It's a shame Dyer hasn't
Oh
finished.
wait, he already got it.
Yeah, he traded
got
for
it.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you've got the Uber sharpening in the party now.
It's a shame.
He's traded his the other smoking bottle for it. I think it's a fair trade.
No,
Yeah, it's a fair trade though.
I'll trade my +1 longsword for the
ever smoking bottle.
for the ever smoking bottle.
And it's back
No.
to you if you want. I mean, yeah. But the other.
Back.
Okay, no worries.
I mean,
the thread, by the way, the returning thread was literally the thread from the table that you guys, when you fought that pair of scissors
Yeah.
and the
Okay.
thimble knight. Yeah, basically, someone took a spool of that thread, and then when they enlarged back to normal, they still had the thread on them, and it turned back to normal size, and yeah, the thread had magical properties the whole time. But anyway, most of you guys have really cool ranged weapons already.
What does the Bitter Blossom do?
And the Bitter Blossom is like a magic wild surge. It's a Fey wild surge.
It's like a not so good berry.
Yes, effectively.
Hmm.
But it's also an ingredient for many different potions. It's actually on the list. One of the ingredients for the potions that you guys were mixing together.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like ground down versions of that. It's more, which means it's more potent, by the way.
like a concentrated form.
Exactly, yeah. But
So would
she
that
says, well,
would that count as a herb?
yeah, I guess so.
So I could potentially make something via my herbalism kit with it in some way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That looks a little like a bit of like a flower.
You know what? Can't see myself ever using it, and I want to embrace the chaos, so I'll trade the Whistle of the Hunt for the Bitter Blossom.
Okay. It is not just one, but 3 doses of it.
Yep.
So okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds fair. All right. So you trade over
Yep.
that whistle, and you can write 3, or just put Bitter Blossom and then put a 3 in
Yeah.
the number of them.
Yep, that's what I've done. I shall get rid of the Whistle
Excellent.
of the Hunt from my
Is
list.
it, in fact, you being the barkeep here,
I'm
I
just a
don't-
maid, but
It
Well,
is
I'm
really
sure-
suspicious why you have all this stuff.
I was going to say you're actually well traveled, and of course, working in a place such as this establishment, you might have heard of either people passing by that might know how to fix this, and I'll pull out my arm.
oh dear, that doesn't look good. She kind of like taps on it with one of the wands in the
Clink,
in the
clink.
chest. Yeah, that's not good. Looks like
Yeah.
some kind of curse.
You don't happen to have
Okay.
100 gold worth of diamond dust on you somewhere, do you?
Oh, also that thing doesn't look good either, by the way. And she gestures towards your forehead, Ember.
What doesn't look good? That's rude.
Yes, no, this. And she brings up a mirror, and you notice there is still that strange mark on your head that looks like the imprint of a chicken's foot.
Crap! I thought that went away. I start scratching on it to no avail.
Yeah, it does kind of itch now that she's brought attention to it.
It's just a scar. Don't worry. Everything's okay.
Okay, as long as you're okay with it.
It's
Um,
Do you
Not
or
okay
is
with
there
it at all.
anywhere in town that sells diamond dust? I realise we're kind of in a small village, so it seems unlikely.
Hang
but-
on, wait. Tanner points to his eye. I think this is a bit more pressing.
Yes, I know. That's why I was looking for a way to help you and not help Ember.
so, let's think.
How the diamond dust?
Because with diamond dust, I can cast Greater Restoration.
That might work, he says.
Go back.
Because
And-
that's the only way I have to be able to remove curses.
Yeah. She says, the only other thing I can think of is a remove curse spell, but...
Yes, unfortunately, I haven't studied
Yeah,
that
whoa! You
particular
said
spell.
you had a bard spellbook there. Let me see that.
Yeah, you
Check-
look at it,
I'll just grab
is-
for it even without her permission and start trying to through it.
it is all sheet music. It doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before.
Garbage.
Throw it aside.
Give me just give me an Arcana check real quick.
Alright.
I just realised that I have a wand of summon aberration.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do. You
Yeah,
have
yeah,
loads
yeah.
of weird items on your list that when I was playing as you, I'm like, I could use... Like, what?
Yeah. I what was the belt of? Oh, I'll let Ember do. You do
Um,
end it.
The belt
So
is only useful if we can find the other one.
right, which allows you to swap places with the other user. So as you're looking at the sheet music, just a moment or two, it does look like useless, and you're tempted to toss it away. Except you also remember apparently some wizards would use certain ciphers, and if a wizard ever multi-classed into bard, this is probably what it would look like. They would use a sheet music to disguise their spells and basically, yeah, create a cipher out of music. And you just notice the kind of repeating patterns, and then there's not just instructions on how to play the music. There's also lyrics at the bottom of them, and the lyrics must be the verbal components. And then as for the somatic component, there must be the kind of movements of the actual like maybe there's a dance involved, or perhaps it's just when you are pressing down on the strings and making different chords with your hand. It's actually also part of the somatic components.
Interesting. Well beyond Ever's 101 courses at the academy, he will just kind of toss it aside.
Not in here. But that spell, remove curse, we heard about a few characters that could perhaps do such a thing in the hut.
Yes,
Maybe some of this
Darren might be
platinum
able
will
to.
get it done.
That might be easier to use than what did you say? Diamond
Rate,
dust. I
rate of
don't think I've got any.
restoration. Yes.
Mm,
It's a bit of an expensive one, but
Right, maybe we can go to Weep. It's not too far from here. A day and then 2 days to get back. And
Oh,
it's going to take longer
oh,
than a day to get to Weep.
takes
I'm
like
pretty
It's
sure.
7 days, isn't it? Yeah.
well from here 3 days
Oh my god.
to Weep, something like that.
We need to just head right back then. We really are
Yep, kind of do.
up against
But
the wall here.
don't worry, Dia's nearly finished her book. You could probably finish it on the way back as well. Anyway, looking at Laffy's spells, they don't. Oh, they do have greater restoration, but I don't think they have the diamond dust here either.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Laffy can't help.
How
So,
powerful are these like random townsfolk, man?
all right.
What the hell? Where the hell are we? What is this town?
Okay. So Small Sprout is of course the starting zone for you guys as when you play the Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut.
Right, but
This
I
group,
wasn't a fucking greater restoration.
all of these characters are real player characters, and they're nods to the original party. And so
Okay.
yes, Jack Brimble the warlock, Laffy is a druid, Eris is a wizard, and Orin was a ranger, and Datan was the rogue. But Datan's
Wait,
not
so
here.
this is Jack here?
Yep, that's Jack.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Orin is per the story dies, and of course he's now in the heavens. So he is there at the start. As you guys come back from the hut, they've been on their own adventure in a weird timey-wimey alternate
Multi.
dimension, effectively.
Yep. Yeah.
And so Orin is no longer here when you return. Datan is no longer here. Apparently he's gone on to Weep. So he's over there. Laffy is still here though. And so is Jack and Eris. But yeah. Anyways. The idea with most halflings is they often set off on adventures, return home, and then just keep and hoard their little magical items and trinkets.
Double
Tell
Baggins.
stories. It is literally they are so inspired by hobbits. So, but yeah. Anyway,
Indeed.
Eris has got a collection, and that's what she retrieved from her own adventures. But I like to think that you guys don't cotton onto that. You think that she just trades with adventurers when you come through.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she's given up her adventuring life. That was a decision the actual player made as well when they finished their story. They were offered a place with Tarek, and they were like, nah. And they said they wanted to just go home. I was like, alright, cool. That's very halfling of you. Sure. But anyways, back to this. Did you have something you wanted to trade then, Dana? Did you want to give up the wand for something?
Yeah, so I was thinking about getting rid of that one of aberrations because Never used it.
Yeah.
And yeah. See, I'm kind of torn between. Let's face it, the belt of superposition is incredible if we find.
If you get the other one
Yeah,
right.
and I have an idea where it might be.
And she says, if you are discussing this openly, she says, hey, this might like tip the decision, but I've tried this belt on, and whilst I had it on,
You could feel the other one.
she nods. There's a sense of direction towards the other one.
But,
Shut
to
up
be
and take my one.
Okay, sure. All right, you trade it over. Go
Yeah,
on. Up to you.
I'll take that, and we shall.
I don't know, Tanner. There might be quite the market for that in the Weep Red Light district. You might want to keep that thing.
But it is attunement, just so you're aware.
That is fine. I can't search for it apparently.
No, it is because it is a homebrew magical item.
Ah,
I
okay,
will-
no.
I'll just drag one from her sheet to yours.
And my last one is: did we get the 50-foot thread of returning?
No, because you've got javelins already that can you've got an ample amount, and I think Grizz has a returning javelin already, effectively. So the thread is good for other
Okay,
things,
please.
I guess, if you have a use for it. It's up to you if you want. It's 50 foot of magical rope.
Nice. Okay, I'll keep it in mind. I don't suppose you know the lady who owns the apothecary.
Laffy? Yeah, of course I do. I do a bit of work for her on the side as well, from time to time.
She's very akin to her nature side, I assume.
Oh, yes, very much.
Do you think that she would have any remedies of being able to cure the arm?
Possibly, but like your friend here says, I think you need diamond dust for that type of stuff. And that's really hard to get.
Hmm. Shit.
We'd have to
Yeah.
go to our tinker friends and trade for it.
Yeah.
That'd be our best bet. Or maybe even in the lobby room, there might be some in all those. But then by the time we go to the lobby, we won't be able to get the spell cast.
Well, I can cast the spell.
Okay.
I just need the diamond dust to do
I mean,
so.
I think we can get diamond dust easily enough in the hut. We have a few. Well, I don't know, man. We're hunted. I don't know how much if we can wander around the hut right now freely. I don't think so.
You decide how pressing it is. But if you're done trading, she says, well, thanks for doing the swapsies, and well, I hope you find more stuff so you can bring it back.
Wait, no, I'm giving you my +1 sword and taking the wisp feathers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She looks over the sword and she says, as it happens, I do already have one of these. So she
Really, man?
does have a +1 sword. Yeah, she actually does. I looked at her sheet.
Damn it.
But if you have something that you could say to maybe convince her or try to, sell it up a bit, I'll allow you to make a persuasion check and
This
then tell me what you.
isn't but a mere +1 sword.
Oh,
You know the old saying that every great sword has a name.
it's a named sword.
That it is. In fact, there's a great story behind of a mighty warrior that would roam the land, slaying many, many countless vicious, ferocious beasts.
Ember's just gonna look at Tanner like 3-eyed, like what the fuck is he on? And in a drunken stupor, Tanner, what are you talking about?
There are some that have said that the sword has spoken to them, both in their mind and also out loud, and says that it has a mind of its own. And its one thing that it wants to do is slay. Slay more.
Sentient?
Tanner,
Indeed.
what the hell are you talking about?
They call this sword the Kobold Color.
Okay.
Oh,
Kobolds.
that's a
Roll.
throwback.
Roll. Go. Oh my god! I just remembered something about Eris. This is hilarious. She's incredibly gullible. Go ahead and
Oh,
roll a
boy.
deception check.
Oh yeah, let's go.
What
Oh, no.
kobolds?
Okay.
Wait,
Just find a
I
biography.
will use a point of wheel to help a little. It's not great, but
Okay, don't worry. I'm giving her disadvantage on this anyway because of this flaw on her character sheet.
Nice.
Often naive, assume blindly that others have the best intention. So she is literally in her story. She is gullible, and I'm going to give her this. Wow. Yep. She rolls a natural
Wow.
just under, and if she'd have rolled a 19, that would have been like nope. But he goes kobold color.
yes,
Cutter.
but it
Kobold Color.
only truly awakens its nature after it drinks kobold blood with a new owner.
Whoa. All right.
How
It's
are
a
you guys
deal.
talking about that? We didn't kill no kobolds.
Ember,
You weren't there.
She-
This was while she was asleep one day. Got attacked by kobolds. It happens. Hut's a weird place, man.
Thankfully doesn't hear Ember as she's actually fiddling with her ear, trying to get the earrings off of her. She literally plucks both of them out and hands them to you, Tanner.
Hell yeah, Whisper Feathers, let's go.
There you go. They're back.
Now,
And by the way,
treat it
all
well.
these items, they were in the hut as well. That you could have found them, but Eris got them and hoarded them. So the only way you could get them is if you came back here and got them off of her. But they were in the hut in certain places, and I took them out once. Once she got them. All right, so you can write down Whisper Feathers, and there is an image for them, but I haven't found them yet. They're somewhere in my art.
And there's, I'm assuming, 2 of them.
There is, of course, a pair.
One.
He says, oh, who are you going to give the other one to?
I have somebody in mind. Somebody who
Ooh.
I need to keep safe.
She smiles and says, someone you like?
No. Tannen's like caught off guard, like
Great
flush
idea,
red.
Tanner. We can give them to Elena. That's wonderful.
I don't think that's who he was on about.
No. That's definitely what we should. Right, Tanner?
It was a pleasure trading with you.
No worries. And if you come back again, maybe, just maybe, if you have something really nice, I'll trade this. And she holds up a compass, but only just a brief second, and then quickly tucks it away again.
And what's
She doesn't want to
that?
show you for too long, but it is very clearly a compass at the first glance. And she says, "Oh, just another magical doodad, but you're gonna have to come back with something real special if you want that." Anyways,
We should be.
get out of my house.
Yes, we should be off
Gladly.
anyway.
This place is a dump.
What? Hardly. This is the coziest house in all of Small Sprout. I'll have you know.
Yeah, look at this town. Nothing's happening here. You could be doing so much
And I
more.
like it that way. No raiding orcs.
So do a lot of
No
people.
politics.
When raiding orcs,
Yeah, they don't come out this far. You'd have to get through the Heckin' Chonkers, and that's guarded by stone giants.
I guess there are advantages, but it's pretty boring. See you later, and I'll start leaving.
All right. So you've got your stuff, and I thought, oh yeah, no, Dia's done her bit. Anything else you would like to do in Small Sprout before you potentially head out, or even stay the night? It's up to you.
Try to spend some time shaking off my severe inebriation,
Okay.
and I don't know. I haven't really thought this out. Figured
Because
I'm more thinking about getting back to this whole underground volcano and taking care of some business with old
the,
fiery.
Not much else for me to do here. Dia, you're okay? Tanner, Harry?
I'm ready to go. Dia says, "I'll read the book on the way. I'm nearly finished."
I mean,
I'm also ready to go as well. I'll pop the
short on
earrings
time.
on.
If we can find time to get to the caves under the Gloom Glen. It's hard to really remember the way though.
Really? We were like there. I mean, actually, no. We were there a while ago now, but still,
I think I
I
picked up
remember.
some kind of inability to remember the way.
I remember. It just smells of brimstone.
Okay, great. Gonna have to trust you when we get there then. But in the meantime, back to Bromwell.
Okay. You can actually set off into the forest from Small Sprout if you wish. Just cuts off a little bit of the journey, right? So you don't have to go down then east. You could go just straight east.
Yeah, but as we know, this thing has some kind of ley line to the Feywild. Ugh, that's dangerous. That's really dangerous. This shortcut might be, this is a tortoise and the hare situation.
You'll be
Hmm.
going parallel, effectively. It's up to you.
Ugh, I
You
don't
want
like
to head to Bromwell?
Yeah, and then head east. I really, we can literally follow the destruction path of destruction back to. I
Yep.
don't know. Going through the
It's not
gods
that
here is
much. It's not that
terrifying.
much shorter or longer either way. It's just up to you which way you go.
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, I'm happy to go down to Bromwell then across because it's near enough a straight shot instead of going through God's Fair and risking running
Can we,
into more shit.
can we like buy a cart from some farmers in here or something? Just to. I don't really want to
Car.
walk. I'd rather be pulled.
If you're having trouble getting a cart through the forest,
Yeah.
even though there
Leave
is
it.
a burnt path, there is still, tree trunks
Okay. On foot
and
then.
roots. Okay. All right. So you're gonna head off down and along. All right. So are you heading off straight away then? Not gonna stay the night. Just gonna go as fast as you can back.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fine.
I don't.
All
I
right.
think we can avoid any kind of exhaustion or anything nonsense like that.
Okay. Cool.
I still have most of my spells.
I'll be right back while you do prepare. Oh, be a minute.
Yeah, all right. Maybe take a break now then.
Yeah.
Take 5.
James? Oh,
Uh,
oh, James went. Be right back.
yep. Okay, perfect. See you in 5.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, I'm back.
I think we're doing a 5-minute break,
Yep,
but
that's
James
fine.
is be right back at the moment.
Yeah,
so
I'm
we're
back.
still. Do you want to just put us to be right back?
Yep.
Mhm.
go.
Alrighty, and we are back. Okay, let's get on with it. So, you guys have made your preparations, traded up some magical items, and setting out towards Bromwell, which takes you no more than a couple of hours to return. Now, afternoon, and you're going to head straight into, well, you're going to follow the ley line of fire into the heart of this underground lava lake, and hopefully meet with Helidus. So, traveling montage for the. Da-da-da. So you basically, yeah, you know the way for the most part up to the point where you get into the caves, purely because there is a burnt trail of charcoal trees and scorched earth the entire way. There is some signs of life returning to said forest, but it's very clearly a path you can just follow the whole way. After traveling through the forest for a majority of the day, it's dawning on you that you're going to need to pick up pace. You had a lift from the tree ant last time, and this time you're going much slower. And the only way you're going to make it is if you effectively get a jog on.
Mm.
Yeah, we've got to move at a fast pace and just hope we don't run into anything. Yes.
Either that, or you try to seek out the tree ant and acquire the lift back, or you can just hope that you can make it in time just by running there, and that it doesn't take too much time down in the caves below. But you can tell me the pace you want to go.
I mean, we'll exhaust ourselves pretty quickly if we're just. Well, I mean, like, how long can we jog for?
You can go at a fast pace
Especially
comfortably.
Tanner in plate mail, like that's
Mm.
he'll pass out. Is there a way that we can Tanner? What's some large reduces duration?
About an hour, I think.
1 minute.
Oh, it's only a
1 minute. Yeah, fuck. I got nothing to really. Like, I got haste, but that's not gonna do anything for us. I got fly, but that's only an hour.
Hmm.
Chris, how much longer in terms of distance do we imagine it'd be? Like, are we talking like a couple kilometers here? Are we talking like 500 kilometers? Like something really absurdly long? What
Kilometers, I'm not sure, but
miles?
20,
Sorry,
20
miles.
miles a day is usually what you can travel. If you got a fast pace, then a bit more than that. But it's going to be what, so 60 miles to the hut, roughly?
Holy
Probably more.
fuck! Well, we're in trouble then. Like, this is bad.
Mm.
We need to get some kind of horses or some shit. Um,
I'm gonna try to. I won't ritually cast it. I'll cast Animal Messenger again, hoping there's an animal nearby. We're in a forest, I would hope so.
You would hope so, but weirdly,
Nothing,
you
so.
don't see any natural animals. Not in God's Fair Forest. It's eerily quiet. And you
have we?
see some of the trees have these strange markings on them. They're like swirling patterns. The bark is like
Or
formed into
we're at that point. This was around when
spirals.
I think we crossed over. I feel like this is really, literally the edge. I'm gonna keep my eyes out for little creatures that are tending the glades of grass, glades of brass, glades of brass. Nope, nope.
Blades of grass.
Blades of grass. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Got there. As kind of an indication of where exactly we kind of enter the Feywild, or what I believe to be the Feywild.
It's not just one instantaneous feeling. It's a very gradual, steady, and it definitely gets more and more magical in a sense the closer you get towards the hut. And you can give me an arcana check at this point.
I like those. I like those. Although that one's no good.
Okay. You're unsure. You're really unsure as to whether you're actually crossing into the Feywild, or if it's simply the hut radiating the Feywild energy, shaping it, shaping the material.
Okay.
But it is getting late, and there is a twilight that just hangs in the horizon, and that feeling when you first enter the Gloom Glen starts to sort of set in. You expect to
gonna.
see satyrs coming around the corner any moment, but
Yeah.
because you're on the burnt trail, doesn't seem like much is intercepting that.
Funny you say satyrs though, because I'd like to actually try to kind of focus on that fear that they instilled in me, and really like try to rile my like this is Ember's kind of realizing, trying to rile himself up, and feel the need for intensity and speed and quickness. Like I got somewhere to go and I got to be there quickly. I gotta get there. I gotta get there, and like see if Forest responds in any way. If we things start happening quicker, or if we start getting closer to the heart of the gloom glen quicker, or try
Hmm.
running and start try to
Wait,
like work myself up into a panic.
wait.
Come on, guys, we have to go. We have to go quickly. No, 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 no.
Wait.
No, 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 no. It's now.
No,
Quickly, quickly,
as in I
quickly.
have a way to get us there instantaneously. And we are
Oh,
morons for
You
not
do?
thinking of it. We have a cloud key.
Oh. Oh, well,
Back in the
yeah.
hut.
Which would get
We
us
need to-
most of the way there, right?
Yes, but then they'll be aware that we're back home and come hunting us.
Well, not necessarily. Not all. It'll take us to the front door, but then we can just quickly leave. But I can't think of a
And then
way.
the Skeledor will be confused as it's expecting us to be entering back, not leaving through.
There is that. There is that. It was just the only way I can think of to get there
It's a good
faster.
idea, Ari. I think I've kind of figured out how this place works, though. Work with me here, Ari. If we all just get really upset and really impatient and start running and yelling a lot, eh, maybe the forest will start panicking in turn as well, and we'll get there quickly.
There is possibility that that might work, I suppose, but it's more rather than panic. I'd say it's more of a desire to be somewhere quickly. If we panic, then we might make the forest panic, and then we don't know how it will react.
The desire without reason is madness, Ari. You have to have
We have
a
reason. We need,
reason.
but
I
panic
understand
isn't the
that, but
sort of thing we want.
So I want you to give me a charisma check, Ember, as you exert your emotion into the Fey forest of God's Fair Forest.
right?
Pretty strong. Okay. The blades of grass are all leaning forward in the direction you wish to go. They seem to be pointed, streamlined, although the blades of grass aren't very many, being that you're following the burnt path. So,
yes.
if anything, it's like you see twigs and branches, leafless branches, kind of extending and pointing and leaning in that direction as well, as if they're lurching forward in a motion to kind of get a head start.
Everybody, trees, grass, and everyone else in between. We gotta go fast. There's no time to lose. Hurry, hurry!
I'm gonna roll a d20 here. Actually, I'm gonna roll 2d20. 4 and a 12. Okay. Right. So the first part of this journey, as you're running, it does feel, just perhaps because of a what's it called? A psychological thing in your head that makes you think that you're going faster, just because you've exerted your sort of emotions on it. There is a recalling moment where you remember traveling back through the Underdark the fade arc rather, there was a moment where you realized that you were retracing your footsteps, and during that, it was as if time was shorter when going back through a route you already knew, and you just seemed to almost transport yourself back the way you came in a matter of days, when the journey beforehand took weeks, simply because you were recalling memories of that place and just drawing yourself closer to that. It's almost as if you imagine a rope and you were like following the rope, but on the way back, you were not just following the rope, but also pulling the destination towards you by recalling its memory. And unfortunately, you don't have a recollection of this path, but you do remember the actual cave system below. And it's when you think of that below, Ember, is when you start to feel everyone feels a tremor through the earth.
Oh.
And Ember, with your perception check, yeah, just give me a perception check to begin with, because natural 20, you can see a heat rising like from the earth itself. Like you can see the temperature of
Faster!
the
There
ground,
it is! There it is! Faster! Run!
and you
Oh
actually
shit!
see. It's almost as if you can see the actual lake of fire beneath you, or maybe rather sense it, and it swirls and snakes underneath the ground. But you're seeing it as like a ley line, feeling it as the heat is rising through the earth.
Okay.
I'd like
I'm,
everyone to give me an athletics check
that's
as
what I was gonna
you're
ask you guys if you guys want
going
to
into
fucking. This might be bad for you.
I'm gonna
as you're
I'm gonna
going
go,
into a sprint.
I'm gonna guidance
Athletics, we're
myself
all good.
Hmm.
because I'm
Oh
gonna
fuck!
need it. In
This is to
fact,
establish a marching order.
I'm going to guidance myself, and I'm going. Actually, no, I'll just guidance. I'll save the other. So,
Okay.
for the guy, so it's a 4.
James, how many sorcery points for a level 5 spell slot?
Oh God. Like how many do you to create one, or how many to get one back?
Yeah, get one back.
I think it's 7 or 8.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Let me
Hold
have
on.
All
Yeah,
right.
look. Sorry, continue.
Grizz is firmly in the lead and is charging through the branches, hacking down any that get in the way or attempt to whip you as you're flying past. Dire is fairly light on their feet, but it's the duration of which this um, journey that's taking their toll on you. Meanwhile, Tanner, you're used to kind of the marching and like traversing long distances, but you're not as far ahead as Grizz. It seems like your armor is weighing you down some.
Gosh.
And so effectively you're lined up like that. Meanwhile, finally, Ember and Eridanus leading right at the back of the pack. Ugh, it is tiring. And you're getting to the point where you're almost at the level of exhaustion, but suddenly, Ember, you feel a rush of heat. And accompanying that is an enormous tremor that just shudders, and the earth almost feels like something just bursts from beneath. You almost expect a gout of fire to suddenly erupt in front of you.
Yeah,
It seems like the yeah, go on.
as I feel this, I'm going to actually spend 7 sorcery points to restore my spell slot, and then spend it was a 3rd level spell slot to 20 sorcery points. Management situation, if that makes any sense.
Sorry, what are you casting?
I'm not casting anything.
No,
Oh, what are
I'm
you doing?
he's using 7
spending
sorcery points to get back a 5th level slot, and then
Okay.
expending a 3rd level slot to get 3 points back.
Okay,
Yes.
right,
So
gotcha.
effectively, he's at a net loss of 4 sorcery points.
Gotcha.
Yes, correct. And
All right.
drinking in the heat and the warmth, very comfortable.
almost there. Fish or anywhere.
Start thinking about the bottle, about having a little conversation, but try to push forward until I'm just gonna wait and see if anything erupts from this fissure, or if it looks more like an entrance to the caverns below.
An entrance, you say? Well, if there was an entrance, it would be fairly clear. It would be some sort of like craggy opening or cave, much like you saw in the crevasse when you arrived at the Gloom Glen. It was like surrounded by a moat of rock, and it doesn't appear to be any around you, but you can almost feels like you're right above the lake of lava, and it's just trembling, and causing the entire ground to shake and shudder.
All right, I will kind of shake the bottle and
This is another one of our times, friend.
I look at my allies and
Y'all might want to just stay back a little bit on this one. I should be all right. I'll be fine. Uh, just gonna obtain some services of another ally of ours.
and I'll start walking forward and hoping that my allies don't follow me. They might, I don't know. But I'm going to talk to the Freedy in the bottle and say,
listen, you got a little bit of room in there. Room for a friend. Man, let's see if we can make some friends here. The more of us, the better, right? It'll keep it nice and warm.
I doubt I can fit an entire elemental in here.
Well, if it works my way, it might just be you, but a little bigger. Yeah.
A little bigger.
Yeah. How does that sound? A little more, a little warmer, a little bigger, a little more tuned with our home plane.
Feels as though it's all around us. When you say a little bigger, you mean a lake of fire.
Well, has it gotten that big? Well, shit. I didn't really consider that possibility. Well, let's find out.
keep going forward towards the source of the heat.
Okay.
Imagine that the delay lines at this point are we probably quite visible, at least quite warm.
To you, it is very much so. You can almost sense a converging of smaller, like streams of fire forming into one big one. But this is the other way around. In other words, the lake and the lava is actually flowing away and splitting, whereas this
Okay.
seems to be you're getting closer to the source, the actual very core of the lake. And it's at this point another tremor seems to shake the earth. Gonna roll another d20. Okay.
Oh, hell it is. I know you're out there. Oh, buddy, where are you at? Come on now. Time for some rekindling.
I'll look
It's
back.
as
Have any of my allies followed me?
Nope, Eridanus is just like, good luck.
Eridanus is close by. They could catch up to you if they wanted. Tanner and Dyer are ahead of that, and then Grizz is way ahead. But this has been between now and then. It has been when you first died. It's been hours. You're probably into the night and still charging forward. And as this tremor again booms through the earth, everyone needs to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Pretty good for me.
I've been rolling really bad.
Yeah, that's not good, Tanner. That is not good at all.
Yeah, so far my only really good roll was on intimidating some small children.
Very
But not good
important.
either. Okay. Benedict, Dyer, and Grizz. Okay. Oh.
Daya fucking does a
Dyer
triple
says-
backflip.
Yeah, Dyer senses it before anyone else does, and Grizz is way ahead of the group that he's probably
Sweet.
not in the
With
in the danger
advantage, I
zone.
think Grizz is.
Oh, he
But
does
not
have
that
advantage.
matters. Doesn't
No,
matter.
he's
Whatever. Sorry.
okay. So he is suddenly looks around to the rest of you and says, "Watch your footing! Oh!" And you see a plate of earth right in front of you suddenly shift to the side, and it lopsidedly shoves all of you down. Managing well, Dia manages to like effectively skid down. They're still standing upright, and they manage to sort of skid down this plate. And as they're about to run up onto the other side of the earth, you see another crack, a fissure just cleave the earth in two, and it creates this kind of groove in the earth that the only way to the only way to avoid is to either like effectively ride it down. And as the earth is just eaten up, you suddenly feel an immense burst of heat rise up from it. Geothermic air and gases explode and fly in every direction. Dia quite quickly like brings up their shawl or scarf to sort of stifle it. Meanwhile, Eridanus, Ember, what did you both get? 9 and a 16? Oh, 16 is not bad, Eridanus.
Yeah.
Even though you're right next to Ember, you're probably able to sort of flow with this earth, and a part of the rock that you're standing on just tumbles and slides down. You're just still standing on top of it.
I
Everyone
told
else,
you not to come. Tanner, I
I
guess
wasn't
you're in
intending
this
to,
with me.
but this is the way it's flowing.
Well, if you're gonna be a fool, Tanner, I might as well give you a chance.
And I will spend 3 sorcery points to twin cast Fly as the
Hell yeah.
genie kind of fiery air underneath me allows me to descend relative safety.
okay, yeah, that will save you from a whole bunch of bludgeoning damage for sure. Because as the earth is eaten up, you see every one of your allies except the ones you haven't cast fly on just suddenly fall and descend in there. Dire is going to slow fall and land pretty much completely unharmed. And who else did you cast it on? Tanner.
Yeah, I'm gonna twin cast Tanner and I because it looked
And
like Tanner and it was falling down
and
with
it's
me.
stuck.
So,
Okay, or
or
Tanner is
if I can
40.
touch him, I don't know if I can touch him actually. Yeah,
Yeah, Tanner is
never
40 foot
mind.
away.
Okay, I'll just
You're
cast on
afraid?
myself then. Sorry, Tanner.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, indeed. Tanner being 40 foot ahead from that was the athletics check effectively. Grizz suddenly sees this entire platform around him fall like a stalactite just into the earth, and there's an enormous splash and bubbling as lava just splashes around this huge rock that he's landed on. As for Dire, Ember, and Eridanus, you've all landed on the same sort of section, and Tanner, rolling the worst, the rock that he's on is like sunken down into the earth, and the heat is right next to your face, Tanner. It is blisteringly hot, but you're
Tanner, get out of
effectively on a
here!
small island.
I'm
Let's
fine.
I got
slow
this
this
one. I
up.
can go on my own.
Oh,
Okay, Ember, you manage to land down back onto your feet if you wish to fly down, but you can be hovering up in the air as well if you wish.
yeah. I'll try to make it a little bit of a dramatic entrance and kind of just feeling real cocky now with big smirk. Go. Really embrace this genie heritage and kind of float like an Afridi would towards I guess this pedestal here. Start making my
Okay.
way up towards appears to be a direction of which we should be going. I should be going.
Okay. Dia doesn't take any damage. Eridanus, you took 6 points of damage. Tanner took 11, and Grizz took 7. And did you
It
just
looks
take that off?
hot down here.
Or did I do that?
I've just done
Are you
mine.
missing health, Eridanus?
I've just taken 6 off, like you said.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. All right.
Um,
Ooh. Okay, not as
on,
bad as what
on the
as you
fall,
thought.
would
I do also need everyone to make a con save before anything
yeah,
goes on.
yeah, not as good. On the fall downward, have I had time to because I was near Ember, to be able to reach out and touch?
Yeah, you could actually.
Okay, then I'm going to expend 1 point of the seer to give him that.
Ooh. Cool.
Okay, gotcha.
So, just as a quick thing for you, Derek, you can add
1d6?
a 1d4 to an ability check or saving throw that you make in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
I thought it might come in handy.
I think it will, James. I think it will.
Yeah.
If this is gonna work.
Okay.
What should I use for that?
I need everyone else to roll initiative as well. Seems like you guys are not the only ones suffering from this tremendous geothermic activity.
Shock.
Not on the
Mhm.
initiative thing
Initiative?
to be able to.
Yeah. You know how to join?
No combat tracker.
Yeah, you know how to join. Right click. And then click the sword.
Yeah.
There you go. I got double ember. My bad.
Okay.
Siren.
Alright, what do you get in the con save?
Wow. There's my luck
Okay,
for
at the
you.
pass. Good. Eridanus just passed.
21.
I passed
Yeah,
with a
that's
9.
fantastic. I don't know why Grizz is wrong, so... Wait, I'm looking at initiative, damn it. Wrong one. Okay. Sorry,
Where's con?
a 9 on Eridanus.
Yep.
Not good.
I'll roll
Okay.
Grizz's con save for you.
Cheers. I'll do Diaz.
Grizz is a 15 con.
That's a pass. And Dire is not a pass. Okay. So, that's absolutely fine. In this moment, as you land down, this geothermic gas is still spewing out and rising up to the surface. But as it does, it passes by all of you guys. Ember, you're able to like effectively become one with the fire and just burn it away around you before it inhales. As for Grizz, he's good. He seems to be holding his breath. And unfortunately, Dyer just slides down to the base and then collapses unconscious.
Whoa. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Tanner, help her up!
This has completely knocked
the-
her out. Tanner has fallen prone right at the back of the, right in the below. He's like another 20 foot down on this small island by the blisteringly hot lava of
Man.
lake lava. What did you get on your con save again, Tanner?
I got a.
Did you roll your con save actually? Sorry.
Nope, he didn't. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
You're probably better off.
13 was the DC.
Yeah.
And you're
fine.
good. Yeah, no problems. All right. Even though you're probably the most one in danger, that's a good thing because the heat has rose and with it the gas has lifted up from this area. Seems like you're completely unaffected down here. All right, now to bring on the actual. nasty
Eridanus
things.
also unconscious because he failed his 9.
He does, yes, but you managed to get like the touch spell off just in time.
Yeah.
But the gases down here are far too strong for you. It's at this point there are continuing tremors, and bursting through the rock, these huge creatures with like shell-like armor seem to be burrowing through the earth at this very precise moment. One of them looks around with these tiny little eyes in amongst the shell armor, and it opens up its mouth and seems to crush a load of rocks in it. It's probably just bore through. And one of them is down on your level, Tanner, and another one is on the island that. Oh crap!
Whoa.
That's you guys.
Hello.
Another one is on an island that's just near Grizz, like adjacent to it. And finally, there's one directly behind Ember and Eridanus as well. It's just like boring through the earth. And I'll just show you that. There we go. Get these guys
They
on.
are what I
Assholes
thought
causing.
they were.
Oh. I don't know
All
what they
right.
are.
Mm.
What are these guys? What the hell out of here? Not
How?
now.
Out of character, I know
Yep.
what they are.
Yep.
I hate
They
these
are some
things.
sort of monstrosity coated in this shell-like armor to protect them from the crushing weight of the earth. And their heads look like beaks, and they're capable of crushing rock with them. So if you imagine them biting into your ribs, they're probably going to snap them like twigs. They seem to be enraged by the fact that their entire home or slash network has been completely obliterated by this lava, and they sense an emotion spreading from you, Ember, an emotion of impatience and wanting to get to the destination. They see you as the source. I'm gonna have them roll initiative and let's get this underway. All
Ah,
right.
I like being unconscious during combat.
Yeah, the top of the round, Ember. Believe. Wait, no, one of these guys. All right.
Roulette.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the
base-
platform furthest from you, it is going to take a run up and leap onto
Whoa!
the platform over here.
I'm actually
And they don't
surprised.
seem
And
as
man,
affected.
they can leap.
Yeah.
It jumps a good 15 feet. Even though this thing looks like it weighs probably about 4 tons, it just leaps effortlessly,
The
crushing crushing weight
Ah, no! What the?
lands onto this platform.
Chris, destroy these beasts!
Yeah, it's kind of in the way now, though. I'm gonna try to get around it. Okay. It is effectively now waiting for Grizz to try and get around it there. But it is Ember, your go.
Fly gives me 60 feet of high speed.
Right. Yes.
Pretty wild. I'm not well versed in the old Pythagorean theorem, but I'd like to move on a diagonal upwards and towards Tanner.
You haven't got that calculation thing on this one, Chris.
I do have it, but I have to import it. But anyway, you can tell me how high
We'll
you want
say
to fly.
45 feet on an angle, that direction, like that. I will
Okay.
go up about
I'll put a
there,
minus
45.
So how high are you from this ground level where Eridanus is?
Okay, so math. 40 feet of rent, a squared, b squared, c squared. I have no friggin' idea, man. It's probably going to be like 35 feet in the air at this point. If I
35
move
feet? Okay.
45 feet forward, it'd probably be 35 feet in the air. And
That makes you 55 feet from Tanner.
yeah, I'm not trying to get to Tanner.
Okay, cool.
I'm fully mentally in a place of what I want to do here, and these creatures are in my fucking way, and this one here, which is directly in my way, is going to eat a fireball.
Yeah,
Okay.
burn them all.
You target it?
I can't really. It's a fireball. It's
Oh, yeah,
gonna
never mind. Yeah,
be
you
a
do,
big
you do
boom.
your thing.
So I'll place the measure template. Misclicked. I did not mean to click that. Fucking hell.
It's fine.
I just fireballed Grizz.
I know
Sorry.
it's only going to hit this guy anyway, so it's fine. All right. It's just deck save, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 18.
I will use my reaction to bend luck, spending 2 sorcery points on that one.
Okay.
Roll 1d4. Fuck. He still makes it easy.
17.
Yeah, he's good.
Does make it. Damn.
That's gross. All right. So he takes half damage.
This thing is surprisingly nimble, and it pulls itself down towards the ground, covering its perhaps soft underbelly as the flames lick over its shell armor. It only seemingly mildly scorches it for
For some reason that
15.
1 did not change to a 2, so it should be 35 points. I don't know if my thing's broken. It was working, but anyways,
Okay.
end of turn.
Alrighty. So half of that, 15, 17, 18, so 9. No, 18. Yeah. No, 19. All right, there we go. All right. It is Eridanus' go.
Chris, more important things to worry about right now.
Yeah, I'm unconscious, right? Do I get like a
Oh
save
yes,
at the end of
you're
my
right. Let's
turn or
see.
something?
Yep, let me just check. Okay. Last damage. Oh shit. You are poisoned effectively
Yep.
until the end of your turn.
Okay. Cool. I'll just
So you
chill.
effectively come around just as you hear the pounding of earth next to you. You see this bullet approaching, and you've just come to consciousness. You're laying down on the ground. Head didn't actually take that much of an impact by the look.
Aerodonis just sort of looks at it through bleary eyes and is like, yeah, it still looks better than Ember.
Sure,
Okay.
that's fair.
All right, Tanner, you're up. You should see yourself on the map. Some 20 feet below the others, right next to the lake of lava.
Gotcha. Um, is there like safe handholds to start climbing up?
Oh yeah, there's a safety rail and a ladder. No, this is in the middle of the. You have
No,
literally no
as in
way.
assessing the wall.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look safe at all. It's crumbling. This whole place is just opened up in the earth, and you can see streams of rock flowing past you. You'd have
Right.
to, yeah, you'd either have to climb across. I will say this: the back wall over here does look far more slanted, so you could potentially climb up it. But the one that you're right next to is not even vertical. It's like at a -degree angle.
Which one was slanted?
The very back wall at the north,
Oh, right.
and you
Fuck.
can see an angry bullet is like stomping his feet,
Oh shit!
probably
Yeah, that's a good point.
probably scraping its hoof like as if it's ready to charge.
Um, yeah. I'm gonna. Ooh, I have an idea. Can I start climbing round this way?
You have to get up first, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
you fell prone, so you've only got half movement this
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I'll start climbing round.
Okay, so you can get to there, and if you want to dash, you can. There is a gap
Yeah.
where the rock between you and this lava.
Do you know what? I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna fucking jump it. Standing jump, of course.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh.
See here.
Athletic.
No, you can make a 15-foot jump, I think,
Oh, thank
with
God.
your strength, right? If you do a
Yeah.
running jump,
Yeah.
it's your strength score, so it's 20 foot actually. What? You can easily make the jump, and as you clamber up onto the rock here, you do see gouts of fire of bursting from bubbles, but it doesn't. It looks like it's building up. I will give you that. It's effectively about to erupt, but make it onto the rock before it does, at the very least.
Hmm.
Fire is
Okay.
unconscious. You make her may wake up at the end, but she has lost her turn. Okay, Tanner, as you clamber up onto this rock, you see the bullet easily just steps over this, charges forward, and then leaps straight at you. And well, see if it can.
Bring it.
Okay. Lol, the jumps are ridiculous.
Miss.
Oh wait, I wanted to do deadly leap, not that. As part of his 15-foot jump, he does that. Okay. Better.
Dexterity saving throw. Oh no,
Yeah,
strength.
please. Yeah, it's a strength or dex.
Oh, okay.
It's your choice. Yeah. Ignore the bite. I didn't want to do that. A deadly leap.
22.
Nice. Very good. Okay. Whew. Just as you're clambering up on top of the rock, you thought you've expended all your strength, but when the adrenaline kicks in, as you see this bullet land almost on top of your shoulders, you quickly wrestle and use its way against it, and it crashes into the side of the rock next to you. It then swirls around, and its tail narrowly swings past your head, but it has got to its feet. Seems like that would have been deadly if it had like crushed you into the rock under its weight. Okay. You take half damage, so apparently it does still probably dislocate your shoulder. So you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Shall I add 11 on?
No, I'll do that. How did you take? You took 11, didn't you? My bad. Hold on.
It automatically took 22.
Yeah, yeah. In that case, we'll do that. All right then. That is the end of its turn, and it is Grizz's go. Where's the last bullet? I haven't even wrote it on. Damn it. Okay, it's near the bottom anyway. Hannah, bullet, die. Okay, the dies has turn. Bullet, Grizz, bullet. Okay, so it should have been straight after Tanner, this one as well. All right, Eridanus.
Yep.
Sad news for you. I need you to make either a dex or a strength saving throw. Hey, at least you went before it. You just come to consciousness, and as your cleary eyes come to focus, you see this mass landing towards you.
How this will work is getting.
It should be. Does it pop up when I do that? Oh, sorry,
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to use my reaction to expend a dice of wheel, just because I have to say it beforehand. And so.
Yeah.
So 22.
Wow. You dig deep, hopefully praying that the cosmos gives you the power that you need. Oh my lord.
Then.
Yeah. Strength is enough that you're holding this thing above you for just a moment or two before you can feel like your arm like crack underneath the weight. You still take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So we pop that on you. There you go.
If you wanted a cuddle, you just had to ask.
Let's have this strange kind of low clicking noise. But I think that's its go. All right, Grizz is up. Oh shit! You okay down there, Tanner?
Yeah, doing just fine.
Okay, good. Because I'm gonna just try and get across. Let's see. That's a bit of a leap for him. Oh my god, it's like a 20-foot jump for him. You can get to this one, no problem. That's 5 foot. And then 15 foot. Yeah, he can do that. Okay. So he's gonna make a bit of a run up, 10-foot run up to get to this platform, which is above you. And then he's gonna have to try and dash and make another running jump to get to this platform. As soon as he lands, though, the bullet immediately tries to shove him off. We need a contested strength. So, uh-oh, should have raged. Yes, he should have. Oh, but he's lucky. He doesn't get booped off the edge. As the bullet headbutts him, he grabs onto the head plate, and he's got his fingers just wrenched around the actual gap in the plate, and he's just holding on barely. Okay, that is his go back to the top of the round. Oh, it's the bullet right in front of him. Oh dear. You know what? I'd be stupid not to try again. So yeah, he's gonna try and shove him again. Poor Grizz. This time he's getting shaked from side to side. And the bullet gets not enough. Damn. Rolled only a 7. Okay. Well, Grizz's expertise with his athletics, he knows how to shift around his weight to best accommodate his footing on the platform, and he's not going anywhere by the looks. Riz is holding on strong. Ember, your turn.
All right. I feel like I'm sufficiently in the air, so I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, directly towards what appears to be where a majority of this destruction is coming from. Like we're walking towards it, right? Like the epicenter of all this activity. I would
Seems like
think.
you were in the epicenter. The ground beneath you just swallowed you. Up ahead, there is actually a cave that leads into a darker portion of the earth.
All right, I'll keep going that way. And in passing, I'll just chuck a firebolt at old buddy down here.
Yeah,
Kind
roll
of
a
trying
hit.
to make it look like I give a shit what's happening down here, but I really.
Okay. Eridanus, you're up.
Ooh,
Um,
swing and a miss.
How
Okay.
much you give a shit?
I will use half my movement to stand up.
My allies got this under control.
I will use my action to disengage. And I'm just
Sure.
going to step back 15 feet. Going to use my bonus action to assume the starry form of the archer. And gonna tug this thing and give it the old Nissa's arrow treatment.
Ooh,
And that's
damn,
what you get for
critical.
jumping on me.
with max damage. Yikes. Ow, that was right between it. Probably shoot it right in the eye as well. With that. It reels back, letting out like this low moan. Like,
Right.
God, it's injured. I'm like,
You hit me, I hit you. I don't know why you want to hit me, but can we consider it even and you just go your separate way? And I'll say this just in Sylvan because it's a Actually, you know what? I'll say it in Druidic because it's like a language of animals and stuff. So I'm just like, yeah.
fully understand. Just looks more enraged by this. Hannah, you're up.
Okay, I would like to hit this big thing.
Go ahead.
I would very much like to. Bonk. Fuck.
Missed.
Yeah. Your blade clangs off of its sturdy armor. And instead you go for more of like a stabbing approach. And as it rears up, you do find there is a softer underbelly. Stabbing into that does do a bit of damage, but it's tough hide even here.
Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah.
Okay,
My turn for the
Eridanus.
moment.
It leaps forward again, straight towards you. And you realize at this point that creating distance from this thing, deadly.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna
I need
go.
another
We're gonna go for the
self
cosmic
ability.
omen again and hope the stars are on my side. They are not,
Oh,
because
God.
even with the cosmic omen, yeah, that's a
No.
5. So this is gonna
That isn't-
hurt.
So at this point, you realize you're on an incline, and you don't have as much footing. As it lands on top of you, you topple backwards, crashing into the ground below, and it is fully on top of you. You're knocked prone and almost being crushed beneath its weight.
Ow.
Okay, yeah, that's rough. You're you're 5 foot away from the edge as well. You can feel the heat of the lava rising up. Tanner, sorry, not Tanner. Dyer's go. Dyer is up, uh, comes to, realizes you're probably in the most danger, and is gonna sprint up to you. You're down on her level now as well, so
Yep,
that saves her some movement.
that was totally part of my plan.
She rushes up and tries
James.
to
Huh?
do.
Totally part of the plan.
I think the best option is to try and get her staff underneath the creature and flick it upwards, trying to hit it perhaps in its guts, And we'll go with a quarterstaff. Two-handed. Yeah. That's a hit. And I'll get, you know what? Go ahead and spend some key. Give this a stun. They look hardy, but that has been known to hit stuff really freaking hard. That's a save. Can do it again though. Extra attack. Another hit. And another con save. She needs to stun this thing so you can get away. No, it's not having any of it. Feels like I'm just hitting a rock, Eridanus.
It's fine. It's fine. Ow.
Okay, hold on. She's yeah. Let's go all out because you're already half dead. It's gonna go bonus action, flurry of blows, and go to town. You've already shot it once in the eye on the other side, and
Yep.
she'll try and go for a punch to the eye on this side. And let's give it a 1-2. Ooh, first one gets a strike in, and you know what, why not? One more stunning strike. 13. The save.
Her save should be higher than that. 'Cause she's got like maxed out wisdom, right?
No, she has 18 wisdom.
It's so the save should be
12. No,
no
efficiency. So 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 4.
16.
Is it?
Yeah. So that first one would have. That second one would have.
Was it right?
The
Yeah, you're right,
The
actually.
15 would have done it.
Damn, okay then. I forget it's that high. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Chan's save, which is
Yeah.
only a 14.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Despite being like
That-
5 levels higher.
Okay then, I'll refund that bit of key then. That's cool.
Hmm.
It is a stunning strike. She punches it right in the eye and it's like, ah! Things backwards.
But
And it
then
does
that
the
second
least-
attack would be at an advantage, so you should probably re-roll that
Oh
one.
yeah, sure. Yep, and it makes a hit. Makes it a hit. Very nice. Okay. This thing is looking pretty badly injured after it's punched through the eye. Daya pulls back her fist. She realizes just how hard she hit it. It's now like goop and gunk on her hand and like blood as well, of course. But it's like she just popped the eye with her fist. And as such, it turns its attention to Daya, having lifted its foot off of your chest, Eridanus. You are able to breathe again.
Hmm.
Okay. Meanwhile, the one with Tanner. Gonna do something very dastardly and provoke an attack of opportunity.
Eh?
It's moving away so
seems
that
to
it
be
can do
rearing
it. So
back.
that it can do its
It-
leap again.
Yep.
I will bite.
Now
Ooh,
that's a much
nasty.
better roll.
very
Take opposite
nasty.
of your last attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
So as it rears back, you find a nice slice up against its lower jaw, where blood seems to spill across the ground. As it rears all the way back into the corner of the platform, you almost feel the platform beginning to tilt in its direction. And as it scrapes its hoof against the ground, it then charges forward and leaps back towards you. Need to make that strength save again. It's coming right for you.
+3.
Ooh, so that's just a save. Otherwise, you would have pushed you back into the lava as well as doing all of that damage. So you only take 15 this time. Whew. Which is still taking the wind out of you, but your heels are basically up against the rock's edge, as it seems to be like pushing its head as hard as it can into you. That's its go. It is back to Grizz. He's still wrestling with this thing.
Come on, Chris, get mad!
He's gonna rage and go for a suplex. As his bear-like strength kicks in. He starts lifting this thing up. Let's hope he can do it all the way and flip it over its head. Athletics with advantage.
That's more like it.
It's good. The bullet is very strong, but like I say, it doesn't have that proficiency in athletics. It doesn't realize how to manipulate its weight, and as Grizz lifts it up, it uses the bullet's forward momentum against it and flips it over as Grizz falls onto his back because he can't lift it fully. He just has to like roll with it. As the bullet tumbles over the rock, it skids down and splashes into the lava next to Tanner, which causes something that I forgot to do at the top of this round. So we'll do it now. Tanner, I need you to make a dex save.
Deck save.
Dex live. Because
You're
that thing
right near
just
the
splashed
lava.
next to you.
Natural 20.
Oh, very nice. Okay, as the splash of lava goes off, it seems like that bubbling section of lava that was there effectively pops and spews magma in a geyser towards you. You only take half as much.
Nice.
Okay. And you're resistant. So take 21 down to 10. Oh, sorry, 11, and then 11 down to 6. You get spattered by a few flecks of lava that maybe just singe your skin, but it's nothing compared to what the bullet is going through. And if Tanner, why don't you do it as well? Roll 10 d10.
Yeah, that bullet getting fried.
Yep.
Wonder what deep fried bullet tastes like.
Well, let's find out.
Um,
So let's have a tasty land shark snack here. Look at
Tanner,
these
do you want to roll
guys.
10 d10 for me?
Do it up, Cambo. He's muted. Fuck him.
No, we're good.
Oh, do it. Do it.
Yeah,
Roll
roll
that
10 d10 for me,
10d10.
please.
10d10, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Big
1,
money.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Grizz
Yeah,
one-shot this thing in a pool of lava. Yeah, oh god.
That is
Listen,
Jesus. Is
not
it even
bad.
alive? Oh my god, it's barely alive. It must be cooked from the inside, however. The shell armor is the only thing intact. The insides are probably being just incinerated. But it claws its way up. It's trying to leap out of the lava, but it can't do so. Instead just tries to snap at your leg, maybe trying to pull itself up from it. Oh, and it natural 20. What? Oh my god.
Uh, what?
Excuse me, that damage?
Hold on, 8d12? Fuck
It
off.
crit.
It's
They're
4d12
4d12
normally.
bites. Like I
Oh
said,
my
Wait,
god.
its bite is 4d12.
yeah.
Yes. Bullets are nasty as hell.
Yes, and these are CR5 creatures somehow.
God.
You know how I described them crunching rocks earlier? And
Yeah.
the fact that they can literally break your bones? That's what I was trying to give you warning of. These things' bites are deadly, and I've never crit with a bullet, so that's new. Flipping 67 damage.
It
Tanner,
did
you
more
see
than the lava.
it's it's spewing lava out of its jaw as well, perhaps from its maybe that's why it's critting. You just didn't expect it to still be alive. It's still
Ow.
yeah, lava is pouring over its shell armor as it pulls itself up, thanks to you, and probably
Oh.
takes your leg off with it. Who knows?
Or a glass arm, perhaps.
God, yeah.
Shut up,
But
James.
Tanner is most definitely unconscious.
Did not expect that development.
No.
Nope, not I. Eridanus.
Ember first, unless Ember's
Oh, sorry, Ember.
disappearing.
Ember.
Yeah, wow.
Wow. This
Just
thing is like should be dead. Somehow just barely alive.
shit. You see Ember gaining speed, flying towards what would be the cave entrance, hoping to be the place of the purpose here, and kind of hesitates a little bit.
Shit. Not Tanner. Any of the others, but not Tanner. No.
And stops, and I'm gonna chuck a fireball because this is dire. I'm gonna spend a level 4 spell slot to do so. Don't like this at all.
Your
Of
dex save?
course. And I'm going to put it right there.
Yeah.
And I
I'll
shouldn't
get them
have to
both.
make a deck save because I'm flying. Yeah, I'm gonna
Nice.
Help him, Chris!
Um,
uh,
okay. I was in the process of rolling one of them, but that's fine. Was it 32 damage? Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I should be
The
33.
first one.
Oh, I did not do it at level 4. Oh yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
Should be 33 damage because there's a 1 there.
Yeah, I'm having
Oh,
problems. I
right.
don't know why. We had it fixed. I don't know.
I don't know. You're gonna have to look at the thing to make sure
Yeah,
it's
I'll
minimum
fix it.
dice one something. How the hell did I just? My bullet just died. And Tana's unconscious. No, that's correct. All right, the bullet, the one that's injured, immediately just blasts away into pieces. It's as you said. It is cooked from that lava and just blasts away by bits. The other one is injured. I don't know how much it was on before, but it looks very dead from the stats I'm looking at right now. What did it have?
Well, it took 57 damage, 59 damage.
From Tana.
Yeah, from the
Yeah, in
thing.
that case, that's correct. The death looks very dead to me. That second bullet is blasted back, rolls to the side, isn't as in many chunks as the other one, but it definitely looks incredibly injured, if not dead. It is Tana's go. I need you to roll a death save.
Shit. Here we go again.
I will still spend my movement to go 60 feet ahead.
Fail.
5, 10,
Yeah.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40
Yeah, it'd be
off the
my
map.
turn before that bullet, sorry. Before Tanner, in
I'm
fact. Because it was just Ember's turn.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Eridanus, go ahead.
Right, so my turn. I look at this thing on top of me, now stunned. Let's have it make a dex save, which it automatically fails. Have a
In a
tide.
tidal wave.
Yep. Get washed
Alright, nice.
away.
How far back does he push? 15?
It's
10
normally
feet.
knocked prone, but
Oh right, it's not prone, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, but it's
Okay, yeah.
18 damage.
Damn. Alright, 18 damage. Should auto fail, so I'll do another 9 there. There we go. It is very injured. The way you blast it back hits its head on the rocks, and another rock tumbles down on it and hits on the underjaw, like crushing it. So it's on its back, effectively,
Right, then
like a
use
turtle trying to upright itself.
half my movement to stand up.
Okay.
See. I get him ready.
It's step away from it, it's still stunned as well.
Yep, exactly. And diagonal. Out of range.
Ooh,
Freeze my.
trying to get that healing word on him.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
But what I will do as soon as it allows me to. Excuse me, I'm not trying to move. Stop it. It's like stuck on the arrow thing. Go away. I'm just gonna quickly load because it's stuck on the thing. I do have something I'm going to try to do, but I need to check the range on it because it's a bonus action. So if not, I will do it on the bullet nearby.
Oh, Daya says, "Don't worry, I got this one." It's like
Okay.
as you're thinking about what to do, Daya just brings the staff round and slams it straight into the underbelly that's now exposed.
Now that's better. Let me just check. 2 of these. Which one? No.
And after one more
Didn't.
punch to the head as it's trying to like lurch forward, punching into the lower jaw, seems like it just turns it into just a big old meat, unmoving piece of meat. Just stacked there with rocks on its head, unmoving.
Yeah.
Probably hit it so hard the brain and the inside turned to mush.
space is 5 foot. But you know what?
And
No,
Ember
I
had to
don't
go.
yeah, I don't have that prepared,
Right.
so I can't do that. So, that will be my turn. I can't do anything for Tanner this turn, unfortunately. Made his death. Well, failed his death save, so
Yep. All right.
just gotta
Okay,
hope that the
Grizz.
other bullet doesn't go for a bite.
Grizz looks down at Tanner and says, "Okay, try to get to him. Maybe I slide down the rocks, or
Can you? Can
I
you?
know what.
What if you
I'm just gonna
do?
make sure that thing's dead."
Yeah, could he do his weird like spinny ice thing to get to it?
Oh yeah, he could do.
That goes across like 30 feet, doesn't it? Something.
Yeah, he didn't have to get back up. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, better if you just. Hmm.
I don't remember how that works.
Grizz doesn't have any rope. Oh, he does have a hemp and rope on him. Okay, Grizz will. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna help Tanner once he does get back up. He's lowered a rope down, not to the very edge of the lava, but like it's reaching the bottom. Okay. Can Ember's go, I guess. He's up there. He's
So,
gone. He's gone.
so
All right,
Yeah.
Eridanus.
I know Gris has lowered an arrow, but
Think-
throw. But would he done up any attacks? Because he could throw the javelin for or
Hold on a minute. Just realized I have nothing left but effectively layer actions. So
oh, is that
this
one?
is all down. Yeah, well, it's less of a layer of something, or just more like the immediate danger that is surrounding you.
Yeah.
So
Who killed this one?
right now, what's currently happening is the rest of the lava that's still kind of bubbling and exploding out is causing tremors around this entire structure. And I just need everyone to make strength saving throws. Sorry, it can be no, it's Dex. Dex again.
Hmm. Considering where I am, I'm going to use my reaction for the last of my cosmic omens, because otherwise I'm probably not going to make.
Okay.
Oh no, the dice.
No, you're
bugs.
good. You're
That's an
good, and
18.
it's lucky you saved that one. All this one does is effectively knock you prone, but the fact that you're right next to the edge of the lava would be
Mhm.
potentially fatal. So you're actually fine. Dex save for Dire. She smashes it, no problems. And as for Ember, he's in the air, so he's completely unaffected.
Yeah.
Tanner is not so lucky. He's unconscious. So it's time to roll a d8, see which way he flies. 5 is literally directly down. Tanner falls rolling into the lava from where this tremor goes off.
Oh, great.
That is another failed death save. Oh god.
Well, I can at least get to him before then now. So.
Yes,
Sure.
you can. It'll be your turn,
My
Eridanus.
turn. So. Oh no, I've got everyone selected apparently. And. Nice.
Armor is perhaps protecting him. And at least he didn't get shoved in. He kind of just rolled in.
Range. Yep.
He's
Okay.
actually closer to you.
Yeah, bonus action. Let's target him. We'll go for the healing word, and because he's near the lava, I'm gonna do it at second level, just a bit much, but 9 hit points.
9 hit points. That's enough to bring him back from death. The bad thing is
He's
that
right
as
near
soon
the
as he starts his go, he is immediately taking damage again.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do as an action. This.
So, Anna, as soon as you come to consciousness, you feel this blisteringly painful heat. It just melting you away. The pain is so intense that you fall straight back unconscious again.
Do I not get a reaction or anything?
You have a reaction if you have anything like absorb elements, but I don't think you can absorb 10d10 damage.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
60 down to 30. If you can mitigate 30 damage.
Oh, I can't use an action, can I?
No, because it's at the start of your turn. Any creature that starts its turn in lava literally just flat out takes 10d10.
Yep. Yeah.
Fuck's
Hey,
sake.
that's. Let me just tell you that Eridanus basically just saved your life, though, because that would have been the death save. And you don't take a death save this turn either, because that was at the start. You fall unconscious. I mean, it's down to Daya to literally make some sort of ninja move. She can jump from here, slow fall down towards you, and that doesn't even use up all her movement. You still got an action. So what she'll do is drag you out of the lava, and well, I don't think she can get you back up unless she. Actually, she could do Step of the Wind, then plus a bonus attack, and then an action to use the Potion of Healing.
Yeah. That sounds
Or
good.
if you're planning on getting them back up, Eridanus,
Yes.
then she could just hold on
Yeah.
and wait for you to do that.
Get them up here. Can.
Okay. She would dash then and get you back up to here. She can't really lift you, but she does drag you away from the edge. And now you just see them below you and about 20 feet below, just on their own little island. Grizz is still on this other side, and he's going to be like, hold on, I'm jumping back. He's got the other end of it. He's going to use a piton or a hammer to hammer in the rope on this side and then jump across again. And he's basically setting up a way for you guys to get across.
Yeah.
Okay, Ember's flown off.
Now we need to make the deck save, don't we? Because it's the layer action.
Top of the round is a different action this time.
Okay.
I'm using everything. There's another rock that kind of falls away, and as it does, spewing gas leaks out. And this is going to be centered on one or two of you. Depends who I hit. I'm going to go with a D3. It's focused on Tanner and Daya, down below.
What's this?
Okay, so it kind of erupts from the nearby rock surface,
Nice.
and probably the bubbles exploding just have this sulfurous gas that they need to make con saves. Okay. Ooh. Just passes. All right, good. You can see Daya's not even trying to say anything. He doesn't want to breathe it in. Okay. Anna, another death save?
Well,
oh, wait, no, it's back
yeah,
to Eridanus.
I'm gonna get near him rather than doing healing word again. I'm gonna use my action to do Aura Vitality, and I don't know why that healed everyone. Aura Vitality is apparently set up wrong, but
yeah, it probably is.
didn't heal me, I think. So either way, I'm using Antana, so you got 2d6 back, giving him 5. Right. We need to. Why am I now doing a con save? Hit me.
That was horrible.
God knows.
Go away.
All right, don't worry. The others have dealt with those creatures. You just got to get out of here before we suffocate or burn. Tanner, are you able to get yourself back up? Or are you taking Grizz's route?
Which way was Grizz's route?
Basically,
Grizz
he's
is
got
like-
a rope across going to the north.
Yeah, if you're able to, you can leap across the way you were going to go, and try to climb up the rock surface that was really sloped at the back. Thankfully, you don't have any bullets pushing you into the lava this turn. So if you dashed, you could make it back to where you were before.
Okay. I kind of want to chill in the aura of vitality for a little
That's
bit,
fine.
just to get
Yeah.
some healies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dai will sprint ahead then. You can make those jumps, no problem. And then to climb up the rock, just one simple athletics check.
Well, does
Mm,
Daya not have the thing that lets her run on walls yet?
Oh.
I thought that was like around this level. That might be level 9. That or is that
That's a good question. Let me check.
be part of
I think you
the?
get that at higher level on onward movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, level 9.
Yeah.
Oh, that's she's level 9.
Yeah, we are level
Fantastic.
9.
She got it this level. Well
Wow.
remembered. Otherwise, that would have been a fail, and she would have fallen in the lava.
Yeah.
Um, perhaps she was just testing to see if she could do it without this. But she immediately goes into a vertical sprint, and rather than like climbing up, she just simply somehow just turns this wall into a flat surface and just makes it look easy.
Yeah, I'm sort of
Gets to
almost imagining like she starts sliding down, so instead actually like sprints down slightly and then sort of curved in like a U to go back up, just to get the
God, yes.
momentum.
Use of the momentum somehow. Dope monk shit hops off of one of the rocks and then rebounds onto the wall and continues that momentum up and gets to the top of the cliff edge. Ah. All right. You just got to do that, Tanner.
Yeah. I'm trying to follow.
On Grizz's turn, he literally just leaps across and leaps back and has set up like a rope for you, Eridanus.
Yep. Alright. So, let's see what happens at the top of this round.
Okay. At the top of this round, we'll rotate back down to the exploding lava. So it's only on one target. And we're going to choose at random. Starting from the top, Daya. 2 is Grizz. So it's D4.
Go for I from the 2 party members, please.
Wherever it gets a 3. Okay, no, it's Daya. So Daya lands what she assumes on the safe side, but suddenly explosions of lava spew up in a geyser straight towards her. She's going to try and dodge out of the way. Does it with evasion. She rolls into the cave entrance and says, "It's alright. Whew, I'm alive. Guys, get across quickly. This place is probably going to collapse on us."
Yep.
Okay. Grizz is helping you across Eridanus. You have advantage
Yep.
to just climb across the rope, and it's only a low DC for this.
Athletics again?
Yeah. It is athletics, or if you want to tightrope it, you can use acrobatics.
Well, I'm slightly better at acrobatics, so let's go for it. And I do have
With advantage?
Yep. An 11.
Okay, but the DC was low, like I say, because you're only going across a
Yep.
rope.
And then for my
So-
bonus action, Tanner have another 6 HP back.
Okay, that'll help. Get Eridanus is crossed over. Alright, let me go ahead and do the same. And he will. He will literally set up the rope for the next tightrope. Although,
Yep.
I think with a running jump, you might be able to make that.
Is it 8?
Yeah, you could make that with a running jump. So he will go ahead
Yep.
of you and set up the rope for this.
I thought he did that on his first time of leaping across.
He did, and then he realized, wait, I've only got 50 foot of rope. So he actually untied it, pulled it over, and then did it for this rope. It's alright. He's making it work. Either way, he's using the singular 50 foot of rope to make it. Okay. Back to the top. And wait, Tanner, where do you want to go? You want to try and jump across?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try jump.
Okay, that's the no problem. That is an easy jump, and a jump to the wall is easy as well.
Cable
I just need-
bank.
I just need an athletics check to see if you can climb up.
Cape of Montebang.
Oh,
he's
you're just gonna slam it into the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not fucking with lava.
No problem. That'll do it. No problem. You can even get as far as the cave entrance, and you'll be completely out of the encounter.
Alright.
So-
So Eridanus will, on his turn, leap across, and because Tanner's gone out of his range, he'll do the 2d6 healing to himself. Because he can do that as well.
Okay. I just need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As you land on this platform,
Yep.
a tremor suddenly shakes through the entire cavern.
Well, fortunately, I have... No, wait. Declare that sooner. Fine. Dex save.
11.
Yeah.
The tremor DC is 15.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Okay, I'm rolling a d8.
So I need...
Probably falling off of this stalactite. Yeah, you fall upwards. Immediately, like, whoa! Falling off of the edge and down onto this platform, which is 20 foot up. Give me another dexterity saving throw. 15.
Where
There
was
you go.
that?
All
Where was
right.
that on the last roll game?
Yep. All right. Bad news. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall and roll onto
And there
the
goes
bottom
my aura of
platform.
vitality.
Good news is you catch yourself before you roll again off of that platform into the lava right next to you. That would have been a chain reaction. Ugh. Okay. You can get to your feet and then continue your turn.
You know what? Eridanus is going to take a step back away from the lava.
Yeah.
For his
Okay.
action, I'm going to cast Fire Shield on myself just in case.
Oh man. Oh, well, that did damage. There you go.
So I'm now shielded,
Resistant.
and because I've used my bonus action, I've used my movement. That's my turn this time.
Okay. All right. Just Grizz
Yeah.
goes. Oh no! Hold on. He jumps across, cuts the rope, jumps backwards, and is basically giving you advantage. The rope is dangled down
Right.
towards your level, on the sloping side of the rock. Says, "Hold on, I'll get you out of there.
Right.
Climb up when you're ready."
Right. Yeah.
He's gonna give you advantage, and it'll be coming back round.
But it's
So
got to
we
be that
need.
con save first, probably. If the I suppose
will
it
be a
depends
con
if the
save.
rock falls on me and not the others.
It'll be either Grizz or you. Oh god, it's you. I need a con save. 14. That DC is lower than the other one. It's only a 13 DC, and you make it. So, just in time. You can see a bubble of lava behind you pop. The gas is spreading towards the platform. Now, you need to move now before that gas reaches you.
Right. So I'm gonna. Here is my chain of events. I'm gonna healing word myself first of all. I'm gonna do it at 3rd level to give myself 14 back. So that puts me at 38 HP. I'm then going to
God.
use my action to where is it? Check. I'm remembering how this works. Actually, no, this is an ability check. I'm going to use my action to cast guidance on myself, and then I will attempt to climb the rope, which would be an athletics check at advantage, right?
That's right. With guidance?
11.
11? Oh my god. It's less that you're climbing and more that Grizz just lifts you up out of there. 'Cause you're struggling, and it's the slipping rock crumbles away and falls in pieces as you're trying to make it up there. You definitely don't have enough movement to get up all the way. So Grizz is gonna have to just lift you out of there. Because it's not a fail, but you don't get very far. Let's put it that way. Oh god. Grizz, athletics. Get him out of there. Finish this. Just hold on, Eridas. The rocks are gonna fall away. You just hold on. And he does. He just lifts you up, dragging back the rope to here. Finally, you clamber up onto the platform. Just as this rock here probably explodes with a geyser of lava, spewing. It would have gone straight into your face. And Grizz just grabs your hand and runs, leaving the rope. Hasn't got time to just lift that back up. More tremors, more collapsing stalactites and rock.
And that right there is why I will never move to the elemental plane of fire or the elemental plane of earth. They both suck.
Oh, God. Yeah, you dealt with the bullets pretty swiftly, thankfully.
Yeah.
Along the tunnel, you do see a light, and the light turns around, and you see it is Ember, still burning, still flying through the air. You can catch up to him, no problems.
Typical Ember runs away from the fight.
They did nuke the crap
Yeah.
out of two of those bullets.
I
Sad.
suppose he did that, but only because Tanner was in danger, you know.
Yeah, that hurt. That really hurt.
Yeah, lava's bad, yo.
Yes. Considering this is mostly Ember thing, would that be a good point to end it, do you think?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I'll say this: you can get to somewhere safe, and if you do wish to do anything like via healing, you can do that now.
Right, so what
Or if you want to.
I will do then, fourth level slot, but I'm not gonna be getting involved in this. I'm leaving this shit to Ember. I use an Aura Vitality to bring the thing out. I'm not going to put the thing down. So that's a minute's worth of healing. Each is 2d6, so that's 20d6. I'm just going to roll the 20d6. 81 healing, that's pretty damn good. You know what? Hannah, you can have 50 of that, and I'll have the other 31.
Oh, you absolute babe.
Amazing. So, a brief moment of respite in this tunnel. The tremors still continue. They seem
Oof.
far distant. And as you take a moment or two to breathe, the air down here is stiflingly hot. It will be still a journey of about maybe half a day to get to the final core of this lake. But yeah, you found a shortcut, I guess. During which we'll end on this. As you meander through these blisteringly hot tunnels, they do split and separate, but for the most part, you know a rough direction you're going. We'll get onto the survival checks next time, but the one last saving throw I need you to all make is a con save, and I need Tana to roll it with disadvantage. Actually, take that back. You've got resistance to fire, so you can roll it flat. You would normally be at disadvantage because you're wearing heavy armor, but I'm just going to make it a flat roll this time.
+3 to all of us.
Okay, plus
Yep.
3.
I would have had to
And
stay
Ember can
Tanner
have
with this.
flat advantage. In fact, I don't even feel like Ember should be rolling this at all. With his immunity to fire, he does not feel the heat. It washes over him. It feeds him. If anything, this is fuel surrounding him, not something that's going to slow him down.
This is fine.
Grizz is chill. He's not wearing anything. But you can see he's got a
Ooh.
sweat on for sure.
Dire not
Daya
great.
is. Ooh, that fails by 5 or more.
Well, is that including the +3, which bring it to an 8?
Oh, makes it an 8.
I don't know what the
Yeah,
DC
the
is.
DC isn't just 10. So I'm gonna say Daya suffers 2 levels of exhaustion. Tanner, you got a 11, right?
Yes, 11.
Okay. That is 1 level of exhaustion. The ring is doing its work to try and keep you from just flat out fainting. Oh, sorry, the braces. But the heat is still so so bad down here that you feel like you're wearing like an iron kettle. Just, it's scorching your skin, searing it. And Eridanus, you got a 9, which is a fail as well. You suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Yep, I've applied it.
It's not the end of the world. You just don't want to be staying down here for too long. Wait a minute, did you have... How long does Fire Shield last, may I ask?
Fire shield.
10 minutes?
Yeah, that sounds.
Or an hour?
10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. I'm going to say you can roll with advantage just for the
Okay.
first 10 minutes.
I will re-roll
But-
that to see if I.
16 is a pass.
Yay.
Okay, you can take that back. But as the shield wears off, you're starting to feel it, and you will need to roll again within the next hour or so. But
Yep.
yeah, it shielded you for the time being, like just for the first half of it. But after that, it's wearing down on you. Okay,
Could anybody
that's
like
where we're
this
going to
sort
end
of weather?
tonight's session. You guys feel like you're getting closer for sure, and Ember seems to be just getting brighter and hotter the further he gets in this tunnel. His hair, which was previously ripped out and was just a candle, has now fully regrown into like almost like a Super Saiyan Super Saiyan hairdo right now. Definitely feeling it. But Grizz, you guys will have to continue your adventure next week. Find Helidus's lair and see if you can befriend Helidus into service. Until then, sign off here. Tune in tomorrow as well for What Lies Beneath. And on Friday, we will continue with Roll for Story in the Claude Coast. See you all then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.